Okay. Well, while he is in the middle of a fight, we will begin. So last time, you all managed to finally defeat Indra, claiming the catalyst, his staff, as your prize in doing so, and making your way back towards the village to reclaim your chocobos. In the process, it seemed that the aether that was stored up within the catalyst was being drawn into Aedwin and caused some kind of etherical substance to pour from Aedwin. Thankfully, you managed to avoid any disastrous immediate effects, though it did leave a strange corrupted version of Aedwin to wander the forest. In retrieving your chocobos, you were thankfully met with no resistance from the chief, though you did see the strange corrupted version of Aedwin there, though she quickly departed. Upon exiting the forest, you learned that about a week had actually passed, which is a significant increase from when the last time you went in there and what you expected to have passed in the time being. In doing so, you learned that thankfully not a lot has actually happened, though Chisume was very, very happy to see Astaria returned safely. Upon speaking to Onalder about this, you learned that this was some kind of etherical corruption where Aedwin's aether was being displaced and put off balance, and that hopefully, due to the nature of this entity, it might seek to avoid any interactions and theoretically should be safe to just kind of leave alone, and in fact might be best to just leave alone. In taking that advice, you all went to bed. Some of you had some peculiar dreams, but in the morning woke up to a somewhat normal breakfast from Shuiai, as well as Onalder, who made it very clear his intent to assassinate potentially key political figures, offering you a chance to either fight him now or later, or even join him. You opted to take the neutral path and simply wait and see what happens. And that is where we left off, with all of you currently residing within the sort of dining room kitchen area of the house.
Yeah. I mean, Aedwin's just sitting and very upset by what frickin' Arnalder said, and is just kind of sitting there thinking about what's gonna happen. What the fuck? Why is... Oh, that's why. We only had the one rest, so I still have 2 exhaustions, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So what do y'all do?
Well, Aedwin's just chilling out. She does not want to fucking do anything right now. She's too depressed and reflective.
I've been thinking about this. I do still agree that most of these people need gone, but I know after all that's happened, he's eventually at some point he's going to target someone we like.
I don't think we need to fight him right now. Not that I would really add much to a fight if we did.
What do you mean by that, Adrian?
My ether is so messed up right now. I'm not in any position to be fighting right now.
Do we know how to fix that? Do we have any ideas?
Sleep for a week.
That or track down the Scions.
Wouldn't be a horrible idea either, I guess. Since apparently they might know who our visitor is.
Any idea where they are?
Guess we could ask Fumi.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, ask her. Probably at least sets us on the path of some other places we're already considering.
Who has her link shell? I don't think she really wants to talk to the primal in the room.
Fair. I guess I'm the one who does. But sorry, my mind kind of shut down. Why are we calling her?
Find out where the Scions are.
Yep.
Alright, we'll hit up Fumi's link shell.
Alright. It takes a moment to respond, but she does eventually. I would say probably after about 30 seconds or so, she does eventually respond.
Hmm.
How can I help you?
Oh, we were wondering if you knew where the rest of the Scions were.
The moment. Sort of pauses for a moment and make a perception check. Star. Yeah. Specifically based off hearing, technically.
Sorry, my sheet's having a moment.
Yep.
Perception was it, or insight?
Yeah, perception. Okay. An 18, much better.
Yeah.
During like the brief silence as she's thinking, you can hear what sounds like either a heavy wind or like a really close like waterfall in the back, sort of like in the background. But after a couple moments, she says, I think most of them are currently in Mordona.
Alright, over in Mordona.
Basically, we're wondering, it's like a speakerphone, right?
Yeah, basically.
Some guy named Fortunal Levelier came by Astaria's dad's place asking about me.
I love the mispronunciation of the name.
I don't actually know how to pronounce their last name.
Leveilleur. It's French from what I can tell.
Leveilleur?
Yeah,
I
basically.
don't know.
Um,
I know Forchenault is right.
yeah. But she says, that's weird. I'll look into it for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anything else?
That's it. I think.
Anyone else? Star?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Alright. What do you do with that information?
That location, is that anywhere near any of the other places we were considering going?
Mordona?
Yes.
Mordona,
Or
in
any places we
comparison
could
to
go?
where you all
Like-
are,
Real north of here.
I think it is.
Since Mordona's like right next to Dravania.
Yeah, it's on the way to Dravania. So, it's up through the Quarthos. So you would have to go. So yeah, you could get there from the Black Shroud. It's kind of technically on the way to Limsa.
Yeah, we could do that and make our way. We do need to make those few stops to pick up those fucking lightning things we made. But that's about it. I'm ready
Sounds
to go
good.
fucking anywhere.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Yeah.
ready to get going. Oh.
Yep.
Before we get too far, I had to bring up the point. Are we giving the Vieira that Chocobo to try and protect them?
You want me to give Moon and Merrick to them?
No, the one that Seed Seer has.
It's just a baby. I don't think it can do much.
Right. All right, just wondering since to give them at least some measure of protection, or at least it might be something. But all right, no
That's
problem.
just it is. I don't know if it can.
Fair.
It's a literal hatchling.
We can wait. I mean, we'll have to wait for it to grow up a little bit. I mean, how long does a Chocobo take to grow up?
Star would know this question.
Like 2 days.
No, not quite
Today.
that fast.
Thank you, Peanut
Um,
Gallery.
No, a chocobo, depending on the breed, most chocobos typically grow up super fast, so they age pretty quickly into maturity. But some chocobos take longer than others. The average time is usually about 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
But for a gold chocobo, who knows?
Right, that's just like a legendary thing that's like almost never happened.
Yeah, and that's just the Seed Seer in like a couple months then.
I'm sure we'll be hearing from her before then.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good then. Let's get going.
Yeah,
know
as
what
much
you're
as I want to
talking
take care
about.
of the clone running through the forest, I kind of just hope it'll just be okay for right now. Maybe he's just overreacting. Maybe she will just kind of do her own thing in the forest and just leave everybody else alone.
Maybe. I hope.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
I mean, with our track record, observation doesn't favor that, but we can always hope.
Yeah.
Look, they said they can defend themselves. and they technically still have their god, so if anything really happens, they'll be there. Kinda.
I thought we destroyed their god as well.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of meaning that the god that Indra's ether kind of fused with Ifrit's and mine and kind of became its own thing. So technically the one running around in my body is their god, but look, let's just go. If something happens, Star will, tell us in one way or another. And we can just come right back. It's not... We've teleported here before, we can do it again.
I like the new map.
Yeah, world map. There you go.
We've had no reason to see it up until now.
Yeah. You've been like traveling from one region to the one directly next to it, so
Yeah.
now you're not, so yeah, it's great.
Let me zoom in a little bit so I can see it, because I can't, because I'm...
Yeah, it's a pretty big map.
Yeah, so yeah, we're in...
The Black Shroud.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I was
Yeah,
looking
where
at like,
Hattie
the
is?
Thanalan. I was looking at Thanalan, I'm like, wait, where are we?
Not
Oh.
in Thanalan.
Not in Thanalan.
And we're heading here?
it's southwest.
Or
Some,
think of a smaller location.
Mordona, where the Scions are
Southwest,
said
yeah.
to be,
Yeah.
is right here.
Where
will have
have we
to-
left lightning spirits? Because we do need to grab those. Again, we keep forgetting about
You left
them.
him here in the Black Shroud, in Amdapor
Okay.
Keep. So
And
we'll
in
have to go
Olda.
back there. Hold on.
Yeah, there's one in Olda.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Actually, there's
Yeah.
3 in Olda.
Technically, yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was just gonna let you think there was one, and you get there, and there's 3, and you're like, oh shit! They're multiplying.
I mean, it's been like a week. Have people just been looking at them and been like, oh yeah, hi lightning sprites, chilling there.
Who knows?
Like, I
Depends on where y'all
definitely can
go.
see that for Amdapor Keep, but...
Depends on where y'all go.
I'm just gonna go back to the cave file and find a pile of dead
Dead
Alamigo surrounding it.
Oof.
Well, thankfully the keep is in the Black Shroud, not Alamigo.
Yeah.
So, it would be very weird if
Oh,
you
okay.
saw a bunch of Alamigans there.
I can't remember the name of the beast folk we fought there.
The Amalja.
Amalja, thank you.
Yeah.
Their names are all weird and dumb.
Yeah. Alright. So you go back to the keep?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I have to
Mhm.
get that crystal.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So spending a little bit to actually travel back to the keep, do you take Chisume with you, or do you leave her at the house?
I think now we can just take her with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if. Yeah.
Alright.
We don't know if
so-
we're living back around.
So taking her with you, entering in,
I guess a better question is, are we taking our strong battle boys, or are they staying here, or now are we keeping all the chocobo we've been borrowing?
That's a good question.
it's up to you.
I don't know what you guys think.
Well, we don't need to get the gold chocobo. They don't need to worry about the gold chocobo anymore. So now it's just really a matter of what
The chocobo eaters?
Yep, and they're down. They're down a few already. The question more maybe: do we want to separate the couple?
No.
We either bring both of them or we leave both of them.
To keep protecting.
Yeah. it's probably best to just keep leaving both of them for now.
Yeah.
You know, maybe when we eventually come back and deal with the doppelganger, then we'll be like, yeah, here's your chocobos. We're gonna take the 2 feisty girls.
Hopefully come back to a bunch of purple chocobo babies. We don't know how they made purple babies. As they're
Maybe
both
they're
girls.
like those lizards that are only girls, and so that they can impregnate each other.
Yeah.
Or the Gerudo, who are canonically all female,
Yeah.
but still somehow have babies.
I think a lot of that
Just
is just
saying.
they wander out into the world. They wander out into the world and just kind of.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what Breath of the Wild made it seem, is that they just kind of go out into the world and just, you know, have their own
Kidnapping.
little journeys and
Yeah.
get married
Interesting
and stuff.
days. Yeah, alright. So you leave the 2 feisty chocobos and head off to Amdaporki. In traveling,
How many days does it take to get there?
it would normally take a week, but it's no, it would because half so no, it would normally take 2 weeks to get there, but you have your birds, so it takes half that time. So it'll only take a week to get there.
Oh, okay. So my exhaustion is gone then.
Correct.
And I believe that's down to 1 week left for the guns.
No, the pocket dimension was put on
First.
priority.
I said put the guns on priority. Yeah.
Were
The
they?
guns were the priority, and
Yes.
the pocket dimension was after that because we didn't need it right away.
Okay.
Mhm.
And confirm.
Yeah.
In that case, it would be both of them done at this point then.
Yep.
So yeah, you just have to go pick them up.
Yep, and we can go pick them up as soon as we pick up this crystal because it'll drop us right back where we came from. And then we
So-
can continue on to Olda to get the other crystal.
Honestly, considering what's inside the keep, we may want to grab them before we head in.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
we wanna
mean-
do.
Well, Ginger's shop is its own
Everywhere
pocket
and
dimension,
anywhere.
Remember?
Mhm.
I'm trying not to be too excited about having my gun, so give me
Fair.
So we're going somewhere dangerous. It would be
Yeah.
great to have everybody at full capacity.
Yes, I understand.
I just have to find a certain map real quick. Hang on. I have so many different maps. Gotta make sure I'm actually using the correct one. Or that I actually find the correct one.
I gave you the crystal with the like Chisumi in it.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure before I took it off my sheet.
Where did... So confused. Where is the map?
Somewhere. It exists in a place in some point in time.
Damn it, I was gonna add that.
Here it is. Okay, cool. I found it. Fantastic.
I mean, unless you put it in a spaceless, timeless pocket dimension,
I almost did, apparently.
then you're boned.
Yeah. We'll say Oda stays behind to guard the cart, and Chisume. Because I assume you don't bring Chisume in. Correct?
Probably.
In case, yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, so what time are we getting there? Is it day? Is it later?
It would mostly actually depend on when you left, because it would be around the same time.
Probably
So if you-
afternoon then, because we probably would take like an hour to get supplies from around, and then just
Because we never did check the constellation. It might be looking at the telescope in there.
Yeah. So it would probably be about afternoonish.
Okay. But before we go in, we're gonna stop off and see Ginger, right?
Yes.
All right. Opening the portal.
Maybe gingers will make time go faster too. She's
Maybe.
stay wild.
Maybe. But you open the scroll, recite the incantation, and step through the portal. As you do, you look around, and all of the wares that had, upon your first visit, been hidden are all out on full display. And in addition, you can see right next to you 3 other portals that are open. All 3 of them blue in color instead of gold like yours, with Ginger sort of standing up rather than sitting down this time, and kind of looking out and about, but upon seeing your portal and all of you step through, immediately looks over with a smile and says, "Why, hello there! I didn't expect to see y'all back for a little bit at least."
Well, Kryn needed her guns.
Oh, I see. Well, let me just call the Muggles back,
Yes.
and we'll get those guns sorted for you real quick. And you watch as she sort of looks off to the side for a moment, raises her hand, and begins to draw a few symbols in the air, which you all recognize as a sending spell, or at least the spellcasters would recognize it as a sending spell. And I'd say probably about a minute and a half or so later, you watch as 3 delivery Muggles all show up. And she's like, "Alright, now which one of y'all got the mail this time? You? Is it you? You? No? No? Alright, go, be gone." She looks to the third one, who's been just like completely silent this entire time, and looks up at her, and she's like, "Alright, I know that I promised, but..." And she points over to all of you. She's like, "They arrived early. I'm sorry. If you want, you can deliver it to them. I mean, they are right there." And you watch, for a moment, the Moogle like starts to look a little sad. But the moment she's like, "You can still deliver it if you want, I guess," you watch as his face just like perks up, and he goes, "Kupo?" And immediately dashes over to you, Kryn, and pulls out from its satchel this single, like, far too large for this Kupo a box that is simply far too large for this Kupo to actually hold, and he just pulls it out and holds it out to you.
Still didn't correct it.
No, I didn't. That was intentional that time. I left it there.
Okay.
I take it and say thank you.
Kupo! You watch as he waves his tiny little Moogle arm in the air, and then just in a puff of smoke just vanishes. Admittedly, it was a rather small puff.
He just pops up 10 feet away.
Yeah.
With that little Moogle sound.
Yeah, basically.
Open the package without trying to show excitement.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Well, at least I can finally put you down, Kryn.
Everyone's able to tell. Yeah, you open it up, and it's both of your guns, but each of them have these like very unique like this inlaid trim almost, like this new. It's a new feature to each of the guns that is very almost gaudy, I guess, in a way. It seems to be made entirely of gold, this like strange trim. But upon further inspection, you can see that inside of it are these like very, very, very tiny and precise etchings along
Damascene.
the. Say again?
It's called Damascene.
Yeah. Yeah. There's these like small little etchings along the actual gold. So there you go. You have both of your guns.
Caress them gently.
Okay,
So
I'll get a room.
So
Are
Putting the
you
rifle over my back and holster my pistol or the Glock and putting my pistol back in my backpack.
So, what do they do exactly, these enchantments?
Hold out my Glock and heck with it. I will shoot Roxana.
Yeah, alright. Go for it. Does 22 hit your AC?
Glock of friendship.
Yeah,
I had that set for disadvantage.
Oh. Well,
it doesn't matter. Oh,
the other one would have been a 23, so.
yeah, it hits either way.
So yeah, Roxana caught a little off guard, admittedly, by the fact that Kryn just so casually pulls out her gun and just shoots you. But it doesn't hurt.
Oh, it's a healing.
Do you make a habit of not providing context to people when you're demonstrating?
Do not point guns at people.
I won't shoot you with the rifle.
I should hope not.
The rifle I got it soul infused, so it'll do extra damage. So my tech has been upgraded to Magitech.
I see what you're doing there.
Well, I can say that your pocket dimension is going to be mighty interesting, and there were a few upset customers, but I'm sure they'll understand when they realize I have such a prestigious group making such a request.
Are we really getting that much buzz?
Oh yes, it's quite interesting. Your name hasn't really been spread all that much in Ul'dah. But over in Limsa, they've not called any of you by name, but they describe a strange group consisting of a weird rabbit, a lady who thinks that she must compensate for something, a punchy boy, a lady that makes things explode, and then an astrologian. It's very strange the way they describe your group.
Everyone's very strange.
That lady who makes things explode could really apply to a lot of us.
Well, I don't know exactly who they are referring to with each of those, but that's just the word I hear on the streets. And if I may say so myself, the tavern, at least one of them, has been getting a lot of attention lately. I'm not entirely sure why. It's quite,
Do you know the name of the
Sure.
tavern by any chance?
I do know the name of that tavern. And that name would be... You don't have it on your sheet, god damn it.
Oh, the Bears Paw.
That one. The Bears Paw.
They're giving my dad business? Oh,
Yeah,
well, at least, I
in a
guess it's
manner of speaking.
I guess he's gonna be busy when we go visit him eventually. But that's good.
Well, all I can say is that you are all getting quite the name for yourselves, and I am surprised that it is actually spreading so far, even if they aren't really. She kind of looks you all over, and goes, not exactly accurate. And I kind of looks around, and you can see now one party of adventurers starting to walk up, and you can see they have like a whole like there's 3 of them in total, and all of them have like armfuls of items, and they all look pretty mundane, all things considered, pretty cheap items, and they're probably pretty new. They probably don't have a ton of money, but as they come out, she kind of looks over at them and she says, "I may or may not have been spreading a few rumors about you."
Oh my.
What kind of
I
rumors?
see.
Positive rumors, I'd hope.
Oh,
Just don't
of
forget our
course.
name.
I have been, I may or may not have told them that you have certain ties to, very powerful individuals, such as, she kind of like looks around for a moment before like leaning in and whispering a little bit, the Warrior of Lights.
Mm.
I guess that is true.
Oh wait, that's actually true?
Yep.
I mean,
Whoa. Well, that takes a load off my shoulders. I thought that was just a rumor I'd heard, but oh, like she starts fanning herself with one hand for a moment. She goes, "Oh, well, that's nothing but completely legitimate business at my emporium."
So
I
you were spreading a statement not knowing it was true.
Look, when you have individuals such as yourselves, you have, I'm sure, accomplished things that most adventurers would never dream possible. The fact that you all killed Voigtson very early on, or at least survived an encounter with one, is a feat in and of itself, especially when it's killed, how many was that, like 20 some odd soldiers all by itself? It's
guess
impressive.
it's true.
I mean, weird shit that most adventurers wouldn't even imagine. Just sounds like Tuesday.
Which is probably why we
Like-
have a reputation. They probably didn't. I don't hear about a lot of that stuff because the Warrior of Light's too busy doing it all.
And let me tell you, the frequency at which y'all are accomplishing things, I don't know how y'all are spreading the news about it, but it's getting out there mighty fast, from what I can tell.
I wish I knew, too.
Yeah.
We're not spreading rumors of ourselves, as far as I'm aware.
Well, someone is, and that someone is not me, I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn?
Don't know.
He seems too reclusive to be able to spread rumors, at least at this rate. Whoever's
Running
doing
with
it,
some-
whoever's doing it has the ability to track everything you all are doing.
There's people that we're working with all the time.
Tracks an eyebrow.
I am going to bet that it's probably the Seed Seer.
I don't know about that one.
Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Just be
In
careful.
any case. Yeah.
In any case, take care of
Before-
yourselves.
Oh, before I go, actually, I need to look for something. I need to. Does she have a? Does she have an Ifrit summon materia?
Ah, yes, because you don't have enough Ifrit.
Look. I don't know how to properly summon him. Maybe having a materia would help me get him out a little bit.
Ah, yes, because you don't have enough Ifrit.
Not enough at all.
I'll say,
Son of a bitch.
go ahead and roll a D100.
Do what?
A D100. Ifrit. 38. Looking around, she does not have an Ifrit.
Okay.
Any new summon material in general? New summon materia in general?
There is one new material. It has, like this, almost, like a, like a light blue, almost icy texture to its coloration. In the very center, you can see several like ice shards floating around a central large one.
I know
Oh,
somebody
yeah,
in this
Shiva.
party that wants one. Or wants it.
Is it you?
No, she knows who she is. Yes, I'm calling you out, she who just chuckled.
Totally not. Mm-mm.
Ice titties.
Mm.
I'm sure that's why she wants it, but you never know.
Okay.
I see you, anonymous Comorant.
Ah, yes, she's flustered now.
Miriam's just shuffling her cards.
Just nervous shuffle, nervous shuffle.
Yeah, just shuffle
I
in,
was gonna
shuffle
say.
in.
I was gonna say.
You mean Star?
Sorry, yeah, my
Speaking
brain
of
is kind of foggy
speaking
today.
of cards, a draw.
Yeah, I have one ready already. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Does anyone else wish to look around the store for anything?
Okay.
Sure.
Ginger, do you ever
Alright.
hear those tomes you read them and they're suddenly stronger, faster, smarter?
Bigger, stronger, faster, smarter.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check or investigation. Up to you. I roll history. So yeah, looking around the store, you do find a couple of books, but none of them are quite exactly what you're looking for. They seem more like they seem less like books for increasing your stats and more like books for learning how to do things effectively. But none of them are. They all seem more geared to like not technology itself, but more technical things, more technical like ways to cook this ingredient this way or turn this wrench socket this way or things like that. Very minute and precise and specific details that most people probably wouldn't even understand unless they were perhaps proficient in that kind of skill.
I'll just call Corinne over, point those books out to him, then just go, that's it for me.
But among those, you do find a small leather-bound. It's significantly smaller than any of the books. More squarish than rectangle. Not entirely sure what's inside of it. It's something like sort of bound and wrapped in like a leather case.
I'll take that, bring it over. Hey, Ginger, what's this?
She looks at it and goes, "Ah, that," and her eyes kind of look over towards Star and goes, "is a deck that I think your astrologian would absolutely love."
That piques your interest.
Oh no.
I'll just hand it over, let Star take a look.
So what is it?
Alright. Opening it up and pulling the cards out, you begin to sort of you flip it over and begin to sort of thumb through it, and you begin seeing rather.
I hope it's not a deck of many if I flipped it over and started thumbing through it.
Exactly.
No, you're not drawing from it. You're like looking through the bottom. Like you're not.
Oh, I get it. It's null because it's upside down.
Exactly.
That's so weird. I love it.
But you begin thumbing through it, and it looks just like a regular deck of playing cards. Like one you would use for poker, effectively.
Poker cards?
She nods and says, they're far more than just poker cards, I assure you.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to inform me?
No.
Shit.
I could, but where's the fun in that? You get a new item, you want to test it out. If you really wish for me to tell you, I will, but I think it'd be a surprise.
Will it cause harm if it's a surprise?
It could.
If I draw it right now, would you panic?
I wouldn't, no. Although...
She'll shuffle the cards.
You might, depending on what you draw.
She's like shuffled and resting her hand on top as if preparing to draw. She's like intimidating, trying to see if Ginger will crack.
She just stands there smiling at you. Make an insight roll. With advantage from Hattie.
Yes.
20.
Dirty
Looking
20.
at her, she's hard to tell. She definitely obviously knows what this deck is, but she is not cracking.
Cast Identify.
Alright. So,
like you're about to draw the card, just like
Identify.
yeah,
glare
so
at
you take the moment to cast Identify. Do you ritual cast or do you use spell slot?
I'll use a slot.
Okay, so only a minute to cast, but
Yeah.
casting it, you reveal that this is, in fact, a deck of many things.
God fuck. Really?
Yep.
Ah, yes, because this has never gone wrong, ever.
Star puts it back in its box. This is dangerous.
Oh, I never said it wasn't. But it
How
can
much?
be a lot of fun. How much? Well, I do love you all so much, and honestly, I have no interest in drawing from it because I could sell it to any of y'all and have someone else draw from it and watch what happens. That's far more chaotic for me, and I like that sort of thing. So,
How much would you play one of us to draw a card? You pay one of us to draw a card.
I'm not that desperate, honey.
Hmm.
But if you wish to purchase the deck, I'll sell it for, we'll say, 200,000.
that's a lot.
It's a legendary item.
True.
Yeah, Delger wasn't going to tell her. No, nah. Yeah, he'd probably give it a shot at least, but yeah, no, I'm not paying for that much.
I don't think we even have enough for that among everybody.
Now, if you wish to simply draw a card, I'm sure we can work something else out. You can tell she has like a big old smile on her face right now.
What did you do? Flip it over and place a special card on top or something?
Oh no.
I feel like you set it to blow up in our face.
Why would I want to kill my favorite customers?
I'm not sure.
That wouldn't make any sense. And I'd lose my best source of income, I'm gonna be honest.
Your naked self-interest is amusing.
And look, I've been this way since they first met me, okay? I love money. But I also look out for my patrons, because an alive patron is a patron that keeps coming back.
And so is a satisfied one.
Indeed, which is why I wouldn't want to blow it up in your face. Now, there might be something in there that causes an explosion in your face, but...
This is the kind of situation I wish I had the Wheel or Woe spell.
How much for one draw?
For one draw, we'll say 10,000 gil.
Yeah.
Maybe another time. She'll just kind of put them on the counter and push them back towards Ginger. We spent all our money on the fucking airship. We don't got anything.
That's true.
I have like 3,000, and that's about it. I still have to feed and clothe the child. So.
Well, I'm sure that she sort of takes the deck back and she says, I'm sure when you come back it'll still be here. There aren't very many adventurers who can afford such luxuries.
Keep us in mind, we'll be back.
Of course.
Before we go, does she by chance have any interesting looking gun blades?
More interesting than the one you got from her last time?
No. I didn't get one from her last time. I just got the arm.
Yep. I'll say make either a perception or investigation check. And I'm going to attempt to find the thing that I have.
I'll take the investigation, thanks. Because
coward.
No, I'm just not stupid.
Oh, 28. Looking through her weapon selection and specifically the gun blades, you do notice that there are about 4 gun blades that she actually has on hand. One of them appears to have. Are you trained in religion or no?
No, probably not.
Okay, go ahead and make a religion check for me then.
A religion check?
Yeah. 20. So one of them appears to have the symbol of if I remembered the name, which I don't because I'm smart. Has the symbol of Menfina on it. The second one of the 3 has the symbol of Halone on it, and the third one has what appears to be the symbol of Nofika.
I thought she said there was a 4th.
I must have misspoke, because there's only 3.
Oh, okay.
Just those 3.
So, Ginger, what can you tell me about these?
She looks over them. Let's see. This one I got from, I believe it was Ishgard, and she points to the Halone gunblade. And she's for that one. Then she points to the Menfina one, and she says, "This one I got from who was it now? I think it was someone in the Maelstrom. Yeah. And then this last one I picked up from a curious fellow. Went by the name of what was that fellow's name? It was, if I can find, I'm having all sorts of trouble finding names. Oh, it's because I was in the wrong place. She says that I got this last one from a fellow known as Thor Stout.
Repeat that?
Thor Stout.
Huh.
Now, as for what they do, which I'm sure you're probably far more interested in, this Halone one, when you land a sufficiently powerful blow, it has the chance to either knock them back or knock them prone, or maybe even both if you are lucky. This Menfina one, it's strange. I've never quite seen a weapon do what it does, and you can, once a day, activate it when you land a blow to attempt to use the damage, as far as I know, to charm the enemy. It's very strange.
That is quite strange indeed.
And then this last one lets you swim easily underwater, as well as breathe underwater. But it also lets you control water, so very limitedly, but it does.
How much is the one that would let me swim?
This last one, for it, I would say 25,000.
Ooh. I'm quite interested, but I don't have enough at the moment.
I can help you out if you need rocks. I've got almost that much.
How much do you need, Rocks?
Most of it.
Hmm.
I'm afraid
How much is the cost?
25,000.
I've got 15.
I've got 22
on my card.
I can always pull it off to the side and put it on hold for you for later.
Let's go with that. Something to look forward to in the near future.
Alright.
What was the no for?
I put a picture of a sword that is made of water from Final Fantasy X.
Ah.
The sword's called Brotherhood.
Ah. Oh, speaking of appearances, did you ever, I don't think you ever sent me what Windweaver looks like.
That's because there's not really any picture that does it justice. I'm gonna be real. It is a little difficult to describe because I'm terrible at describing, especially like detail on weapons and shit. Like I know how it looks in my head, but boy howdy do I have trouble actually putting that shit into words. I don't know why. I'll probably like commission Star to actually just make it later, and then
Hello.
yeah. But yeah. Alright, so she has that on hold for you. Anything else?
I'm good.
Delgakren and Rox, as well as Star.
I am good.
As am
My new toys.
I am broke. You may not broke me more.
Oh, why not? You don't want to be indebted to Joyful Ginger?
No.
Your last indebted mission didn't go over poorly.
Fair.
But with that, you depart once more, reclaim your scroll, and stand before Amdapor Keep. Looking in, thankfully this time, for Star at least, you do not see Arnaldo awaiting you. And looking in...
Thank fuck.
Yeah, looking in, I'll say two of you go ahead and roll Perception with advantage. Or Investigation. Perception or Investigation.
I'll roll an investigation.
I'll take it.
Investigation.
I'll go perception.
Alright.
There you go.
27 and 23. As you look over the keep, it's strange. There's something that strikes most of you, except for you, Rakshana. Well, no. Was Rakshana here last time as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so actually, yeah. So it would strike all of you. There's something different but you can't quite put your finger on it at first. But as you approach and sort of look around, the vegetation seems to have gotten thicker. There seems to be more vines and more foliage that is clinging to the walls, and not just like a tiny amount that you might expect over a couple months. It seems more like years or maybe even decades have passed since you last visited this place.
There should not be that much foliage.
Oh, that's great. Watch for Marlboros.
That's a lot.
Just be on your guards.
Agreed.
Perhaps when we slayed the mistress, there was something about it that
Caused
caused the plants to go wild.
Maybe
she
we
was-
shouldn't have.
She was
Unfortunately,
nature-based, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
unfortunately, she attacked us. There wasn't much we could do.
Yeah, and she had to go down.
Yeah.
I don't think she was going to let us leave.
Mm-mm.
Well, at least not alive.
You can say that again.
Evelyn.
Yes.
I have a particularly dumb but incredibly mean strategy against her. Is there any... If you... Just hit me with fire if she appears. Because, well, I've got something mean I can do.
Okay.
She does not deal well with fire. And just imagine me using my blessing in response to fire damage and then turning that back on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, between that and your fists and my big balls of fire, then I'm sure I'm sure if she rears her ugly head again, we'll be fine.
And you're forgetting my munitions charges.
Oh yeah, those two.
Pulls staff off her back. Fireball. Not really, but
Lots of lots of us deal with fire, which would be really crappy if we have to deal with.
anything else? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my munitions charges are primarily concussive, but
Well,
I know how to
then I can-
manipulate the aether within. So,
and I could do the same with my spells or just use other ones, but you know.
Let's get going.
Yeah.
Yep, let's head in. I've got
We have a
something
lot to
working.
do.
I'm working on something soon that will help make fire less of an issue.
Alrighty. So, heading in once more, you find your path unhindered, like it was last time. Do you wish to stop off anywhere on your way to the back?
Can't think of anything.
I think our goal is just to get the crystal and move on.
Okay. Continuing on then, you find your way surprisingly unhindered by anything right to the back, where you see no crystals, but you do see a single etherical portal, similar to the one you used to get to teleport to this area, just right there, sort of in the center of where they used to be.
Hmm.
well,
That
that's
wasn't there
odd.
before.
Yeah.
Perhaps that has something to do with the change.
Let's be on our guards.
Always am.
Okay.
Right.
Who is the first through the portal?
I'll go. Why not?
Okay. Star first. Who's next?
I will be immediately after her.
All right.
I'll go after her.
Okay.
Me next.
And I go last.
Then Kren. All right. One by one, you step through the portal, and are immediately greeted by the scene of this large open green field that is immediately surrounding this singular, enormous, completely dead tree with hundreds and hundreds of branches that stick out from it. And surrounding it is this large, like just empty or dead area of, there's just no grass or vegetation. And I should clarify, the tree itself stands approximately 30 to 40 feet in height. And as you look around, you do notice that there are 4 differently colored braziers, along with the stench of death and decay. And as you continue to look around for another moment, you can see bodies of varying shapes, some humanoid, some not. You can see cages with still living people in it, but some with dead creatures, dead humanoids in it. And one thing you do notice is that all of the humans, or all of the humanoids that you can see, or most of them, are Elysin, and they're all of the Elysins are wearing Twin Adder outfits. And as each of you finally step through, you take note of a familiar voice that you've heard before. As you look to it, you see the mistress standing before a pedestal, reading from a book in front of this large dead tree with those 2 black crystals orbiting, or sort of floating right next to her. And at least for the immediate moment, she does not seem to acknowledge your presence.
Alright, well, we'll stay quiet and try to find them sprites.
The two crystals are floating right next to her.
Wonderful. I guess I'm just gonna try to, like, butterfly net them into the bag of holding.
So you're gonna do, like, what? Telekinesis? Stealth rolls? What you gonna try and do?
Gonna hold it open and swoof.
Walker's going to stealth and just start moving away from the rest of the group in case you throw something at it, but not interfere.
So everyone go ahead and make stealth checks for me.
Okay.
I will use her amazing everything to do the thing. Okay. As you all begin to sort of spread out for the moment, taking a few steps here and there, for the first moment it seems like all is well. But then she stops speaking. And she slowly turns her head back around to all of you, and she goes, "So you've returned."
Ooh, she fucking speaks now.
That is unfortunate. And turns back to the book. I was so close to completing it. She pulls her
Completing
hand
what?
away. She slowly turns to all of you. She says, "My work."
What work is that, ma'am?
Restoring life.
Life to what?
Slowly brings her hand up, and you can see this like black like energy begin to ooze from her hand, and she slowly waves it in sort of almost like a gesturing manner, and she says, "To everything."
We aren't here for you, actually. We just came to pick up some junk we left here.
So really, we'll be out of your way.
I don't think she's going to give up those crystals.
Do you need them? She'll gesture to them.
I need them more than you.
They're just gonna look at the party like, well, shit.
I mean, she's only restoring her forest around this keep.
Well, let's stop it first is the question. Which I doubt.
How far can she get with 2 lightning crystals?
I mean, the other question is, should we enable the person that kind of tried to kill us on sight?
We were in her domain, though.
That doesn't mean you have the right to kill on sight. Especially if the person that you are trying to attack is not hostile. That is not self-defense at that point. That is attempted murder. That's being said out of character, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was a little confused there.
I was actually about to ask that just to verify.
I do a voice for rocks.
Yeah. I was just
I
I'm
know, but
overly
sometimes you
cautious.
get very on point with Roxy too, and kind of wall breaky. So I wasn't 100% sure.
True.
I mean,
but
that's because Rox has maxed out intelligence, so...
But
oh, shit!
she looks to all of you and she says, unfortunately, he needs them.
Who's he?
What key is that?
The one who continues to torment.
That isn't a name. We can't help you if we do not know who's bothering you.
Unless that is a name, and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I have long since forgotten his name.
Mahabharata?
No.
Indra?
No, he is nothing like them.
Oh.
And you can see, she's kind of like looking down and almost twitching a bit, and as she's speaking, you can actually see she's like scratching at her arms, and just like very, not necessarily itchy, but very anxious.
So, let me get this right. You want to keep the crystals to prevent him from getting his hands on them.
No, he says that he needs them so we can restore this. So we can make this whole again.
But
Is
if
she
he's your tormentor...
gesturing to anything? Is it just she's saying this?
Make an insight roll for me.
Okay.
I know it
Ask
seems a
your
little
question while I'm
weird.
rolling.
I know it seems a little weird, but it'll make sense.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll try to.
And what's the question?
Is she gesturing to anything when she says this?
Yeah, no, I know that one, but there was
No,
another
Roxy
one.
was gonna ask something.
Yeah.
If he is your tormentor, then why appease him? That seems short-sighted. Why not defeat him?
Because I have tried to defeat him, and he still lingers to this day. And one thing, Star and Adwin, you can notice is she's not gesturing outwardly to anything, but it seems like whoever he is, she is gesturing, but it seems more, or rather, it seems almost like she's gesturing to herself. And Can you watch now as she continues to scratch? She's like starting to scratch faster. You actually see some of the like leaves, like the leaf foliage that comprises her body, is actually starting to get like torn off, and then like regenerates, and then is torn off again.
Star's gonna try to slowly approach.
She didn't try to stop you.
Hey. To restore you? You need to restore something about yourself? She'll kind of reach out carefully and try to get her to stop scratching at herself.
She like very quickly jerks back away from you and goes, he says that it has to be done, or or I can never be made whole, and this place will remain this way.
I still wish we know who he was. Arnalder?
No, he is my tormentor and has been this way since I was born.
Is it somebody we can beat up?
Do you
No.
do you remember his face? What he looks like?
Yes.
Would you tell us?
She kind of like looks up towards you and looks down and like begins shaking her head back and forth pretty violently, really. She says, no, can't do that.
Why not?
Because he says I'm not allowed to.
Why wouldn't you be allowed to do something? That doesn't make sense.
Because he says so, and I have to listen to him.
If he is your tormentor, surely you do not.
No, I must listen to him.
Can I look around at the things that she has, her work?
Yeah, looking around, and with you standing so close, the smell is extremely pungent. The dead bodies, a lot of these look like they've been here for weeks or months or even longer. There's some that have like very, very decayed looking flesh, some that are just skeleton and some tatters. The few twin adders that are alive are extremely malnourished. It honestly looks like they shouldn't even be alive. If they are alive, they're probably not alive for much longer, or there's some kind of magic sustaining them. And it looks like whatever is going on here. Actually, I'll say make an Arcana check, because that would make sense for you to do here.
Alright, I can do that.
Yes.
Boom.
28. Judging by the book and everything around here, it looks like she was trying some kind of magical ritual, presumably to restore the land, based off of what she's said so far. The decay that surrounds the tree and the decay that's on the tree is not normal. It is caused by magical means of some kind. You're just not entirely sure what, if it's a spell or some kind of magical effect, or what exactly it is that's causing it to happen, but it's definitely some kind of magical effect.
Okay. But like this is what you're describing to me is her work and what she's been doing?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Looking around, the bodies, from a quick glance, you can tell that the bodies were used in some kind of ritual.
Okay.
You would presume the ones that are in the cages are probably here to be used in some kind of ritual. And they're probably not going to survive based off of the other individuals also here. You're not entirely sure what kind of ritual it was, or if the rituals have been successful or anything. But she's trying to do some kind of ritual here.
Her book, is it still open? Did she close it?
It would be closed at this point.
Is there any way we could help you?
No, he won't allow that.
She'll look at the group, unsure.
We need to know his alliances, whether he's a good person or a bad person, before we can leave these crystals here.
Is there anything in here we could use to find out who it is without you telling us?
Sure.
I'm gonna start looking for any god-esque symbols carved into the walls or anything while I wait for her answer.
Alright, make a perception check.
I will assist in that.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Looking around, as you ask that, she says, No, he's just here and does not want help from anyone else. But as you begin to look around, Dogger, you do not sense it. No. But as you look around, you don't see any symbols of like any gods or primals. One thing you do see, however, on the tree is this relatively small etching into the side of it of, it looks like a dragon head that's been scratched out, and then like an arrow that's been X'd out, and then what looks to be like a humanoid head that's been scratched out, and it seems to almost like repeat itself over and over, and each line in each face is just scratched out repeatedly, and it's not on like just one line. It kind of goes all over the place, but each one has like an arrow pointing to the next one that's been scratched out, and each head is scratched out, and it seems very frantic.
Could you tell us what those are?
You ask that, and she, for a brief moment, begins looking over, but before it even comes within her line of sight, she immediately stops and looks back towards the ground and just starts shaking her head. Make an insight for me.
Will do.
A 30 star is laser focused. As you're observing her, it's very strange. She's acting almost the polar opposite of how she did the last time you saw her. And there's something about the fact that she refuses to identify whoever this other person is, and something more with this tree. This tree is... There's something about this tree that is the source to all of this. You're just not sure what.
Hold on.
Away. No.
Okay.
That or I'm just gonna push my way into her fucking thoughts. One's more evasive.
Yeah, I sent you a DM.
Alright.
DC, not AC.
Sorry, my brain dead.
Oh my god. Okay, so I have to pee, so we're gonna pause right here. But the hilarious
time.
thing that I'm gonna say about this real quick is
Yeah.
that you did exactly, like, and immediately after, you did exactly what Josh tried.
Yeah, I just tried
And
to use the
you want to know
Echo
the funny thing? She literally
What?
rolled the exact same fucking thing both times.
My God.
She rolled an 18 exactly both times.
Yep, met my AC.
Alright, I'll be right
Not
back. I need to
mine.
Yep.
pee. Start recording once again. And we are back, and immediately... Astaria,
Yes.
as you focus your intent on the mistress to peer into her memories, you do find a hole, an opening. As you move through that opening and back into the memories, you find one of two dragons talking back and forth. And they're arguing over if one of them is actually a dragon, or if they were originally something else, and seeming to question their very existence and the existence of the other dragons, and seeming to try and imply that the dragons were something else before they were dragons, but seems to be alone in this thought process. And as you push into these memories, this thought process continues, and every moment this dragon is alone, his thoughts grow more erratic and questioning his own existence more and more, before beginning to outright deny that he is even a dragon, and refusing to accept his existence as is, and seems to almost be going crazy with his thoughts. And then there's a flash of blinding white light, a scream that changes from a very deep guttural voice to a far more familiar female voice. And that's where it cuts off.
Welcome
For
back.
everyone else,
Claire.
we'll just set y'all out a little bit. For everyone else, you watch. Actually, Star wouldn't have been that close. You watch as Star and her lock eyes for a moment, and just as Star begins to sort of like reach up with one hand to hold her head, you hear from the other female this loud, horrid shriek before she grips her head and begins to repeatedly say, "No, no, 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 he'll know. No, don't do this." And after about 15 seconds, Star stumbles back for a moment, but she continues to scream and clutch her head. Not Star, the mistress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that's clear.
It's okay. You're okay.
She does not seem to hear you.
I guess Star will walk up and try to kind of like hold her shoulders and try to get her to hear her.
Make an athletics check.
I have strength, not a lot, but some.
Tucker, just keep an eye in case anything else.
The opposite of a wet noodle, I am an uncooked noodle.
I mean, uncooked noodles are pretty stiff. So
Yes, but they snap.
that's true. And you reach forward, and it's not an aggressive pull, but she does like pull away from your grasp, and like falls to her knees, and is just like, she stops screaming at this point, and is now just like gripping her head, and you can see the color in all of her leaves beginning to fade and turn to like a grayish color.
Oh god, what have I done? I'm sorry. We just didn't know how to figure out anything.
No. He's angry now. He doesn't like it when you look back there, when I see him. No. And you watch as she begins to tense up, and like her entire body begins to like pull together, and you watch as her arms begin to like grip at her sides, almost as she's trying to stop something from bursting.
You were a dragon, right? Before?
No. That was him. That was a long time
No,
ago.
it was you.
No.
You and him are the same.
No. We are different. I am not him. And you watch as directly underneath her, this this aether begins to slowly swirl together before erupting underneath her. Yeah, and after it fades, you can see she's taken a pretty hefty chunk of damage. But she just continues to shake her head and just like hold. It's almost like she's trying to hold herself together. She just like rocks back and forth and just holds herself.
Empty crystal. I don't know. That's like my only band-aid solution in every situation, man.
It's up to you.
She bursted with aether. What do you guys think?
Do we try healing her?
Yeah,
so
I
what
want
do
to
we say?
heal
She's
her
got
up.
split personality.
Make
She
a.
is he and he is she and
I'll say.
here's the
I'll say, Kryn, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work well.
5. Hard to tell. It could be some kind of split personality or something like that. Alright.
Hold on, I'm gonna pop my cards for
Mm-hmm.
make them pop.
Pop my cards for a whole bunch of damage. Alright.
Just rears back and gambits the deck.
Goddamn.
Alright. She still seems kind of almost lost in herself.
I'm telling you, what I saw was a dragon questioning himself, a bright light, a scream, his scream that turned into her voice.
Oh, I destroyed him a long time ago.
No, you're hurting yourself.
No, he's gone now. He's been gone for a long time.
If he's gone, how is he your tormentor?
Because his memory persists. All I have to do is get rid of it. That means I have to complete the ritual to do it.
Tell us how to help.
You can't. You will only get in the way and make him angry.
You say he's gone, but you say you'll make him angry. Is he here or not?
He's just... And as she says that, you hear for just a brief moment like a crack in her voice. And you can see small parts of her body are now starting to like get pushed out and away and almost enlarged. It's not very fast paced, but it's definitely visible. He's angry. He does not like it when other people say, please just go. Leave now.
Why do you have members of the town of Why do you have members of the Twin Adder caged here?
Because they're needed. I need them to complete this ritual.
So you will sacrifice innocent lives to complete a ritual. I can't
will
stand
do
for that.
Whatever I must.
If you intend on killing these people, then I don't intend to allow it. I don't care what anybody else here does, but I will fight you alone if need be if you intend on killing these innocent people.
She kind of shakes her head and goes, then I will not be able... And as she says that, you watch as from her back sprout these 2 large dragon-like wings. And as she like almost doubles over from her crouched position, she says, please, just leave now.
Rox is going to move to one of the cages. Is there a lock?
There is.
I'm going to try and cut it off.
Alright. Go ahead and make an attack for me.
Dark is gonna kneel down and do a medicine check on the poor thing.
Go for it. So that will
Advantage.
hit.
You're right.
This, yeah, that does hit. And then that does an amount of damage equal to this much. Oh, that's an enormous amount.
The game knows what it wants.
No, 22 apparently. So yeah, you pretty easily slice that lock open. For you, Star, as you're checking her over, this is a magic-induced transformation. And she does not appear to have any control over it.
If the eyes of Nidhogg are here, I swear to fucking Christ.
Everybody grab a crystal. Band-Aid solution!
I'm gonna direct this twin adder to get to the
He
portal.
cannot move. They are heavily injured.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick him the hell up then.
Alrighty.
Don't you have healing potions on you?
So, real quick, let's get a turn order from everyone, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
So that way we can do this properly. Oh, not terrible. Okay. Do. No, that's not it.
I can't have you. No one, nobody, baby.
Yeah, this one will work. It's not exact, but it'll work for this. There we go. So, Adwin,
Yes.
as this is all happening, Rock's opening one of the cages and lifting one of them out, the two large wings that burst from her back as Star sort of examines her over. What do you do?
I'm gonna ready an action. If she reaches up to try to attack Star, I'm going to, if she tries to attack Star, then I'm going to, cast Hold Monster from the staff.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright, so at initiative count 20, I need Star and Adwin to both give me intelligence saving throws, please.
Oh no. That probably is not good.
Probably not.
Star, you are able to resist it. However, Adwin, as you are holding your action, your mind is suddenly overcome with thoughts of your deepest desire, to the point where your hands begin to fall, and that is all you can think about.
Oh.
Rakshana, you have this twin adders in your arms. I believe you are muted. We cannot hear you.
I'm gonna make my way toward the portal, taking the dash action, because I assume I'm dragging him, so...
I would say you probably have enough strength to lift him up, especially with him not really giving any resistance to it. So,
okay.
It does obviously still have your movement speed because you're carrying another individual, but with the dash action, you are able... What's your movement speed?
45.
45, so yeah, you're able to get pretty close to it, at the very least. With him in hand. Alright. You gonna set him down there, or are you gonna keep holding on to him?
I'm gonna keep holding on to him.
Alrighty.
I fully intend on putting him in the portal.
Alright.
Stoker will move up and hold an attack.
Alright. Staria, you felt this, for a brief moment, this, like, thoughts of your deepest desire beginning to once more take hold in your mind, and for a moment you begin to drift off towards it, but then you go, no. And you shake your head and you manage to shake it off.
I'm cracking out crystals.
Alright. Unaspected ones, I take it?
Yes.
Alright. Her turn. On her turn, you watch as both her hands now slam down onto the ground, and as they do, you watch as they actually push into the ground itself. And her cries become more, or begin to start becoming more like a growl. And you can see the once leaf and foliage body that she had is starting to slowly wilt away and are now replaced with scales in certain parts of her on her body. The wings starting to grow ever so larger. But one thing you do notice is that they have holes in them and they're torn. They look damaged and scarred. Yeah, that's it for her turn. Kryn.
Okay. I am going to ready a grenade and hold the action to throw it. Because she hasn't done anything actually against us yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll put when I throw the grenade, it'll hit the tree.
Okay. So what's the action for or what's the trigger for it?
Her attacking one of us.
Okay. Gotcha. Aidwin. You spend your entire turn thinking about your deepest desires and how much you would really just love to have them.
Do I get to repeat the save?
No, because the effect ends at the end of your turn.
Oh.
It was a lair action. Speaking of lair actions, lair actions happen again. Everyone within 10 feet of her, which is Delgar and Star, need to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. As vines lash up out of the ground to try and grab you. But both of you, swift of feet and in tune with each other, dodge back and out of the way of the vines as they try to snare around your legs. Alright, Rakshana.
Yeah. That makes the monks jealous, Star.
All right. I'm going to move as close to the portal as I need to put him in and put him in the portal.
And he vanishes through it.
Okay, so that was 20 feet, and now I'm going to move the other part of my movement to there. And I'm going to use my action to dash to get to the lock on this cage.
On which one? So that cage actually does not contain anyone living. The individual in there is dead.
Oh, okay. So where's the next... Okay, so then that would change what I would do.
Yeah,
Where's
so the
living
next
person?
one, the next living person is on the opposite side, next to the green brazier. The other one
Okay.
here is also dead, as well as this one.
So then she would take the dash action. Yeah, to get around the tree then.
Alright. Delgar. You are muted, I believe.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking.
Very well. Try stunning you. Yeah, it's up to you.
I'm going to keep holding my tag action, and if it hits, I'll try and stun.
Alright. Star.
I'm gonna attempt to balance the energy with the empty crystals.
Alright. I'll say go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Alright.
Sorry if you roll another natural 20. Damn fucking close.
Yeah.
Alright, so you begin that, and as you do, you actually begin hearing that sort of deeper guttural voice begin to speak up once more. Sorry, I gotta make sure I actually get this right. Delger, you would understand what she's saying. And she says, "Come to life alone." And as she does, you watch as all 4 of the braziers, which were just more like a light smolder before, suddenly all flare to life. And her transformation continues.
But if I can, do I recognize that name from anywhere?
Well, it's Halone.
No, I was
one of the
asking
12.
two. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's one of the 12.
Oh. She may be transformed to one of the 12.
Corinne, anything you want to do?
Oh, I'm still gonna hold action, even though she's transforming. Her defenses against the other 2 were just that, trying to protect herself. She hasn't done an attack yet, and no one's attacked her yet. So I'm still gonna hold my action until we're sure that this is going to be a combat situation.
Alrighty. Adwin.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Hearing turning into Halone, like, I'm pretty sure that's not something I could turn into unless Halone's a primal. Although that wouldn't surprise me.
Fair. Alright,
So yeah, she's gonna hold her action. If she attacks one of her teammates, she's gonna cast Hold Monster.
Hold
from
on.
the staff.
Okay. Do keep in mind that it does still use up the charges, even if you don't actually cast it.
Oh, okay. So I have to
Yeah.
take off the charges for I
Yep.
already.
And it's the same with spell slots as well. Because
Okay.
you're readying it and sort of like half casting and holding that incantation for the trigger. So. But yeah.
In which case then?
It's up to you. I mean, it's just the staff's charges. It's not like it's your resources.
Yeah, I know, but I'd only have 4 of them.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll just ready an action to use Korakor and give her and attack.
Only 4 charges? What did you use them on?
No, it takes 5 charges per thing,
cast.
and I only have 20 charges on the staff.
Yeah.
It sounded like you said you'd be down to 4, but okay, good to know.
Alright, Rakshana.
Alright, Rox is going to get there to this cage and smack the lock.
Make an attack roll. Oh yeah, easy enough. Sliced right through.
Nice.
Alright. With that.
And I assume I can't pick him up as part of the same action?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, Delger, you gonna continue holding your action?
Actually, do I notice anything strange coming from the book?
No. It's just kind of closed in there. It's actually, the casing itself is actually completely blank.
Flip it open. Can I see anything or read it?
Flipping it open, it just looks like a bunch of magical gibberish.
Damn it. Alright, well, that's not really any help for me. Alright, I'll continue holding if I still can.
Yeah, that's a I'd say at most that's like a bonus action to just kind of peek into it.
Okay,
All
that's
right,
it.
Star. As you are focusing on the crystal to try and stop whatever it is that's happening, one thing you do notice is this isn't necessarily like a change in aether density for one type or to another. But one thing you do notice is it's more. It feels more akin to like almost like a natural transformation. It doesn't necessarily feel like there's magic involved to the transformation itself. However, you do notice that your attempt with the crystal is at the very least slowing it down to an extent. You're not entirely sure how much, but it is helping.
I guess I'll push forward and maybe it won't be so harmful to her being quick.
Alright, go ahead and make another wisdom check for me.
So check or save.
Check.
That would lend me.
Alright, yeah, a natural 20. Okay. So with that, you continue to focus, and as you do, it's strange. There's a moment of like connection with her that you have. But it's not just you that feels it. All of you feel it. There's this, for just this the briefest of moments, all of you feel this like internal turmoil within her. This almost eternal deadlock that she can't win, but she can't lose. It's unlike anything any of you have ever felt before. But just as quick as it comes, it vanishes. And on her turn, Duggar, you hear her say, bring forth that which is true and destroy that which is false. And then I need both you and Astaria to make dexterity saving throws, please. Alright. You both manage to pull back as her very form, her very physical body, as it is transforming, begins to enlarge and just... It's this very strange transformation that none of you have ever seen before. You've seen polymorphs and magical transformations, but this seems more raw, more like a more violent transformation than a magical one. And as her body distends and more scales begin to show through, you can see her entire form is beginning to change to that of what appears to be a dragon. Black in coloration, strangely enough. Cred.
Oh. Not good. Oh. Blow up the tree.
Throwing the grenade? Alright.
Yep.
Go ahead and make the damage for me.
Oh, it's only 9, but it's fire, so
I
hopefully
mean-
it'll count.
Yeah, so you throw the grenade over, and as it explodes, the tree does catch fire, as completely dry, dead wood is wont to do. And very quickly begins to become a light with flame. You gonna move anywhere, or you gonna stick there?
I am moving. I was grabbing my token.
Alright.
And I'm moving there.
Alrighty. Adwin.
So she turned to a black dragon.
She's starting to. She's still in the process of it.
I've merely slowed it down.
Yeah.
Isn't even my final form.
I wonder. I'm gonna go over to Star and grab a crystal and start to try to help her out.
Alright, make an intelligence check for me.
Oh, I thought I would be using my spell casting.
Is it? Or that's right, yours is Christmas, sorry.
Yeah. Boom!
27. Very nice. You join in as well. Alright. At the end of your turn, I need... Yeah, I need both Adwin and Star to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Can do.
Of course, you're making me do all the saves, and I just picked up Resilient for Wisdom.
So that's a fail on Star's part. So Star, you
Ooh.
take 11 points of piercing damage as this swarm of insects manifests directly around both of you and begin trying to sting into you. Adrian, however, you take half as much, so you only take 5.
Oh no, not the bees!
Yeah, basically. There's bees and
Not the
wasps and
bees.
other stinging, gnashing creatures.
Ah,
Or
they're getting
insects.
into my eyes! Ah.
Ah!
I love Nicolas Cage.
Delger, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab the buckets, throw them in the bag of holding, just to keep it safe. Or whatever hell's about to come out.
Who are you throwing it to?
Bag of holding, man.
No, who? Kren?
My bag of holding.
Right.
Who are you tossing it to? You just said tossing it, man.
I said toss it into my bag of holding.
Oh.
Toss what?
Oh, the book.
The-
Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I am so sorry. I apologize. All right. Gotcha. All right. Easy enough to do. Anything else, or are you just gonna stay there?
Keep holding if I can.
Unfortunately, you wouldn't have been able to. It would have been an action to take the book and put it in the bag.
Okay.
So, all right. You're just gonna stay there, though.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Star. Adwin has now joined you, and it does seem to be working, although it does not seem to be stopping it. At least not at the moment.
More power!
All right.
More cowbell!
Make another wisdom check.
We just add more and more crystals.
I mean, if you want to try and add a second one, you can. It's up to you.
Yeah. Oop.
By the end, it's just going to be completely
Also,
rhinestone.
technically it's a mental check, so you have advantage.
Right. Thank you, Hattie. Yeah, no, I'll try to get another crystal in there.
All right. So the second one will be a straight roll. So got to make another wisdom check. 25. All right. As you both begin to focus, and Star now trying to split her attention, although one crystal is definitely receiving a significantly larger amount of her attention. But as you both focus and try and contain whatever it is that's happening. You hear in Delger, you understand, today will be the death of you and her, once and for all.
I will just sort of call that out to everyone, what she's been saying.
What language is being spoken?
I guess I should have asked, what languages does everyone speak?
Viera, you wouldn't let me have Lalafelian.
I speak
stick by my
Viera
reason.
and Common, of course.
I assume that's what
right.
the Aura language.
Yes.
I also have.
Aidwin, you
three
also
other-
have? Okay. So you and
You
Aidwin would
also
have also
have
been...
the thing.
I have 3 other languages that I speak. However, I've been meaning to talk to you about those.
So
Don't
Rox
you also have like the
and
gauntlet of languages and shit?
Helm of Comprehend Languages, but he has to
Thank-
cast the spell, and that's only for
Ah.
written languages, not spoken.
Yeah.
Spoken would be tongues, which would be Delger's alley, except Delger has Aura, which I didn't realize that both of you had, and I guess I should have.
I
both
mean,
of
I
you
did say
would've-
I was taking linguist too.
Yeah,
so
but both of you do understand what she's saying as well.
What did she say? I'm sorry.
This time she said that this will be the death of both you and her.
Ah.
Alright. Kryn.
I'm afraid to hold any further, so I will shoot her twice.
Go for it.
They can continue to slide throwing her down, but I'm trying to. I don't want to die.
23 just hits. 15 unfortunately doesn't though. But that first one does manage to hit for some damage. Very nice. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Alrighty. Aidwin.
I'll just keep going along with Star.
Alright, you give me another charisma check.
Mm.
14. Alright. You gonna pull out a second crystal as well or no?
Nah, I better not.
No. Okay.
I don't have the
The luck.
yeah, I don't have the Hattie to do it.
Alright. Rakshana.
all right, Rox is gonna grab this guy and take the dash action to
Go for it.
get there.
Alright. Dogger.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep holding.
Okay. I was about to be like, are you muted? Alright, so keep holding. Alright. Star.
Just rolling forward.
Alright. Go ahead and give me 2 normal wisdom checks. One for each crystal. Alright. Who knows? But as you continue to try and contain whatever is happening, it seems that the concentration from both Aidwin and Staria is waning. Containing such a powerful creature is difficult, especially when it is not an etherical based effect. And unfortunately, the concentration does break, causing her to... I thought it was on the other layer. Whoops. That's not... That's how it's supposed to go. Sorry. Causing her to grow to her full form. And I need Duggar rather, to give me a dexterity saving throw. Which you're super good at, so you'll probably pass. An 18, yeah. So you do manage to dodge back out of the way as the form that she had shatters, and she does this quick spinning, like, tail motion as you watch where the book was, the pedestal just gets shattered by her leg. The tail coming whipping around, and Duggar, you actually managing to get under it before it hits you. And as she grows to her full form, this full draconic form, and it stares down at you, Star, you hear this deep, guttural male voice say, "I saw you. You were there. You do not belong there." He rears back and sprays out this gout of acid. I need... Is it 10 foot wide, actually? So I need both you and Aidwin to give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh, right. That would be why it vanished.
It's been so long since I've been on a dragon hunt.
Alright. So, Aidwin, you do pass. However, Star, you do not. So, Star, you take 51 points of acid damage, and Aidwin, you
Oh.
take half of that.
Ow.
And then I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Haha! I knew resilient was good. There we go.
I am assuming this is a fear effect, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Alright, I have advantage because Heart of the Vanguard.
I'm gonna
No, wait.
spend a key point to reroll.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Alright. So, Kryn and Rakshana, both of you are frightened for 1 minute of the dragon, and it may repeat it, I believe, at the end of each of your subsequent turns. Yeah. Alright, that's the end of its turn. Kryn, you may still attack and everything, it's just you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear, and you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight.
Oh dear God. Okay. So
Which means all of your attacks, because it's a gargantuan creature.
Mm-hmm. All right. I will fire 2 more shots. The first shot is going to be very shot head.
Okay, go for it. A 19 misses, unfortunately. You rear back and aim, but as you fire it, just pulls its head back and just kind of snarls towards you.
Okay, second shot.
And that snarl, you pull wide and unfortunately miss the shot. Alright, anything else?
That is it.
Alright. The end of your turn, it is going to use a legendary action, and...
Do I get a wisdom save at the end of my turn? to try to break
Yes.
the fear?
Yes, you do. A 5 unfortunately does not pass, though. He is going to... Actually, no, he's going to hold off on that. He is going to instead use his legendary action to try and grapple you, Astaria, in his mouth. Not a bite, but actually grapple. So I need you to make... Yeah, so I need you to make either an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice. Ooh,
No mouth, no mouth, no mouth!
Yeah, it rears back and goes down to bite towards you. But right as it does, you look up and just immediately start backpedaling and move back just out of the way of his mouth and go, "Oh, that was close." That was very close. Adwin, it is your turn.
Clearly seeing that there is no way that we are going to be able to resolve
Also, that
this
tree
piece.
is getting very hot.
Well, I'm gonna make it a little hotter.
9th level fireball.
No, not yet.
Yeah,
Fireball!
You don't have 9th level spells, but I do.
We get them next level.
True. What if I
Yeah,
kill you before you get there?
Nah.
So what you doing?
I'm going to chuck a fireball at him.
Oh man. Just a 3rd level fireball?
Yeah, just a basic one. Just make sure it doesn't hit anybody.
He's gargantuan in size.
Yeah.
You're good.
Nope. Yeah, just gonna do
Like-
just a basic 3rd level and see what the hell happens.
Unless you actively tell me that you're aiming to hit a party member, you're not gonna hit a
Fuck
party member.
Delger!
It's like fuck Dogger in particular.
No, just concentrated right on him.
Would you believe me if I said he rolled a 21?
Fucker.
Cool.
So he takes
Man,
half
that
damage.
sucks. That was really good. That was a really good damage roll too.
It really was.
Yeah, it was.
But no, it takes half damage.
Okay. So I get I heal up for what, half of the half?
No, it's just he takes half of it because is it all of the damage or half of the damage you deal? You gain half the damage. So if you dealt 15, you would gain 7.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
Yeah. Because half the damage you actually deal. So.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna stay there?
Bonus action, I will spend a flare point to swift cast, or to dual cast, and I'll use I'll do
Swift
fireball.
cast. Fireball? 23 does just hit.
For 17.
Very nice.
And I heal another
8.
8.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn?
That, and I'm gonna move out of the way and urge Astaria to do the same when she is able.
Alright. As you move, his big ol' mouth comes down towards you.
Okay.
Or not his mouth, sorry, his claw.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit?
Fucker. Yeah.
Alright.
What is my AC?
Hits you for 16 points of slashing damage. As you move out of the way, his claw just rakes across your back. Alright.
And I did 15, 32 for my break.
Rakshana, it is your turn. Yes, don't forget about your limit breaks. Oh wait, sorry. Before Rakshana's turn, lair action. I need both Adwin and Rakshana to give me wisdom saving throws, please. Okay. Okay. It's a really low roll for you. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that
Is it a charm or a fear?
Let me look up how this.
Because if it's a fear, it's redundant anyway. And Because
It's not
fear
a
effect
fear.
comes back.
And it's not a charm. So it is neither. A 19. You passed Rakshana. However, you, Aidwin, rather than being confronted by your deepest desire, every single mistake you've ever made, every small slip up, every conflicting choice that you've ever made suddenly all comes back and in one singular wave, and you're hit with this overwhelming, almost depression, as your mind is just filled with all of your mistakes and everything you've ever failed at. And you are under the confusion spell.
Oh no.
Now it is your turn, Rakshana.
Okay, well, I am going to skirt around, taking the dash action. Let me measure how far. Yes.
Yes, it has a reach of 40 feet.
No, I can't get any
Okay.
closer to him.
Yeah.
So I have.
Yeah.
So put Sky.
It would be the edge, not the center. So it would be from here. So it'd be right here. You could move.
Okay, leave
Since
your
you are-
arrow there, Sky.
No, you're 35 feet. So you could actually get to here.
All right.
And start moving down.
Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
that's as far as I can get.
All right.
And I get that wisdom save at the end of my
Yep.
turn.
14 does not pass. All right.
Gotta love that.
Yeah. Delger, it is your turn.
All right. Delger's gonna move down, gonna sort of circle around, and Colin's back on me. He's gonna use Chocobo.
Alrighty, summoning in Chocomog. That is a Constitution save, correct?
Oh, dexterity save.
Dexterity. Oh. He does pass by 1.
God damn it.
However, that's still half damage, which is a
That's
lot.
still a lot of damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
And he's not stunned, so unfortunate. But a lot of damage.
Bonus action, patient defense, disadvantage on all attack rolls against me.
Alrighty. End of your turn, he's going to use a second legendary action to once again try and grab you, Astaria.
God damn.
Yeah, so go ahead and make me that athletics or acrobatics check. Keep going wrong. There you go. Alright, this time you are not so quick-footed, and as his mouth once more reaches down to grasp around you, it's strange, your body is almost pulled in between the teeth rather than on them, like he doesn't want to bite you per se, but he doesn't want you getting away, necessarily. My way of saying you don't take damage, because it's a grapple.
Okay.
Not a bite.
She's
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, it's a grapple, not a bite. So, but that's the legendary action. It's now your turn. You are grappled in his mouth.
I guess I have to fight that grapple.
Well,
Yay.
technically the grapple
Oh,
doesn't
wait,
stop
can I
you from
see?
doing anything. Yeah, you
Can
can
I
still
see
see and
outside?
everything. Yeah, you can still see and everything. It doesn't stop you from doing anything. All it does is prevent you from moving. So you can still do actions and cast spells and everything. You just can't move away.
By normal means?
Yeah, your speed itself is 0.
Misty Step.
Alright, yeah. Where are you going?
Away. Okay, where do I have to measure from? The center of them or the side?
Yeah, right from where you are.
Okay.
So it'd be 30 feet in whatever direction.
There.
Is it 60? I don't know. However far. Alright.
30.
Yep. 30 feet. And then...
There's your bonus
hold on,
action,
is
of course. Unfortunately.
Blessing it. That was my bonus?
Yep.
Yeah, because that's what Misty Step is a bonus action.
Fuck.
Mhm.
Alright.
However, unlike everyone else's rules, which I think are stupid, if you have something that's a bonus action, you want to use your action for it, you can do that.
I wanted to use my Blessing of Ireland.
Yeah. So you can use, because like a bonus action is like a quick thing, something you can do in significantly under 6 seconds, right?
Oh no.
So, like you can use your action for it, no problem.
You
So,
threw
Okay.
at them.
30
Yeah.
feet.
Just
Oh.
yeah, it's just crit.
Although,
and-
well, she has her movement still, because she Misty Stepped immediately. So she could easily move down to get both of you. Even like move to the side and everything.
Yeah,
'Cause she
okay.
still has all of her movement. She can like come over here and or like right down here, and then that would get you and him easy enough.
That
Yeah.
better? Cool.
Yeah, because that's within. Oh wait, you have to actually 30 feet. So. Oh wow, actually, you'd have to move 10 more feet down to get Aidwin, but you wouldn't be able to get Delger. Not unless you had
I
moved
mean-
like this way.
I'm not getting closer to him.
Yeah.
What
You'd
about
you'd have to
here?
get within attack range of him again in order to actually get Delger.
No, thank you. Sorry, bud. You're on your own for now.
Story of my Dogger story size, story of my life.
Oh my goodness.
I'm screwing around. I'm
Wah,
good.
wah.
You can also hold your action to do it when they get within
No, I'm
range.
gonna do
so-
it now.
Okay, so you're gonna get yourself Kryn and Rakshana.
Yeah, I just panic. I'm worried.
Yep. That's fine.
It is a dragon. You're good.
It is indeed a dragon, an ancient black dragon, I might add. I forgot to do his rolls to see if he gets his breath weapon back. Oh, look, that was double sixes, so he would have gotten it back on both turns. Fantastic.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he did a different action last turn, so he can't do anything. But, he is going to, yeah. Nom nom. Delger. I know these are all at disadvantage, but he wants to numb your face. A lot. So what is your AC?
23.
Okay. He has that on both? Yes. So it's okay, and then okay, so 2 of his attacks hit. 1 bite and 1 claw. Hit.
Okay.
I say 1 bite as though he has multiple bites. No, he has 1 bite.
Another head just sprouts from his neck.
Yeah. So the bite is 19 points of piercing damage plus 12 points of acid damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the claw is 15 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
I'm going to spend my reaction and activate my blessing on that first attack.
Alrighty. So that would be 19 plus 12 because it's all one part of one attack. Piercing acid damage. Alright, well that is that. And for... is that all you can do? Or does he also...
I gain
Continue
resistance,
the-
which I will do. Jello green sound.
Oh no. She didn't have the ability to do the thing. That's unfortunate for him.
That sucks for him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it does. But you know what he does have the ability to do? Walk. Which means he does provoke from you, Duggar.
Punch and stun. If it
Yeah, if it hits. go
well,
for it.
staff and stun if it works.
A
Yep, that
24
probably hits.
does hit, indeed. So a stun, that is a Constitution save, I believe.
Yep,
What is the DC?
18.
That is a pass, unfortunately. Very hardy creature,
Yep.
dragons.
Mm-hmm. I have to try.
Yeah, almost. That's all he can do, though. Kryn.
Okay. I'm gonna switch to my Glock, and I am gonna shoot Star.
Alright, you do still have disadvantage on the attack.
Oh wait, I thought he got the
Bless you.
spear away.
I got the
Mm.
blessing also. So
It wasn't a
it's gonna be
blessing. It
normal.
was why are
Oh.
you shooting me?
No, you did get the blessing, which gives you advantage, so it would be a flat roll for
Right,
the attack.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, both of those hit. So, Star, it's strange being shot by your own ally. But what's even stranger is that it doesn't hurt. In fact, it feels kind of nice, almost like a very quick and temporary massage. It's just kind of there, and then it's gone. And with each one, some of your wounds are healed.
Those bullets have to be going real fucking slow.
Wow.
If they
How much? I'm
impact.
So the
Okay.
other friendship stuff can only be put on range stuff.
So
Yeah.
18 for me, or
Both 18 and 11.
oh
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
29 in
29.
total.
sorry.
Yeah, Kryn can help heal, but it's not
It's not a lot, but
It's
completely
great.
out of this world.
Thank you.
It's like a second level cure wounds, actually.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, something. Alright, you gonna stay there then? Kryn?
Yes, because anywhere I move is gonna put me closer to the dragon. I'm kind of pinned myself.
Alrighty. Star! At the end of Kryn's turn, he's gonna use a legendary action. I'm sure you can guess why. He's trying to grapple you again.
Okay.
Yeah. Nom nom.
Fucking num
Just
num.
get in my belly.
No.
I thought myself to
Apparently,
swallow
yes.
You can also roll acrobatics if you want it. Since you're the defender, you can choose between athletics and acrobatics.
No.
Okay, you are once more grappled and in his mouth. Nom nom. Adwin. Hello. Guess what? I need you to roll me a d10.
Oh yeah.
An 8! You do nothing this turn because there are no creatures within melee range of you.
Shit. Do I get another save or nah?
Does this spell let you? Yes, you do, because the confusion spell allows you to get another save.
Wisdom then, right?
Yep, it's wisdom. 14
My
does
God.
not pass, though. So you just stare at them in confusion. Just kind of, not really confusion, but just trying to handle all of the mistakes and everything that you've ever failed at. It's just all coming back, and one of the most prominent ones for you right now is it hits you like a truck is when Fox left, and it's just you look up and you go to try and do something, but it's too much, and you can't find the will to. At the end of your turn, lair action. Actually. Oh, I forgot. Star, please roll me a d100.
All right.
I forgot about that. My apologies. Okay. Alrighty. So in that case, Magical darkness appears around Aedwin.
Oh.
And Aedwin just kind of gets consumed by it. Roxana, it's your turn.
She's going to continue doing what she's been trying to do.
Oh boy.
And is going to take the dash action to go away.
Go away. Alrighty. Go to make another wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
21, you are freed from the fear.
So she looks over to the dragon and gives it the finger.
He seems just a tad preoccupied with the snack in his mouth, but he probably saw it.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna...
I'm not a snack of the whole fucking meal!
It also won't be much longer that it gets to do that without suffering the consequences
True.
of a very angry bun.
At the end of your turn?
That is, unfortunately, all I can do.
Alright. At the end of your turn, he's going to use one legendary action to put Astaria here, where the pedestal used to be. Still grappled, but now in that space, essentially. His neck has extended out and his head is sort of down in that area. But has not released the grapple. Alright, is that what you're gonna... Well, yeah, you moved, of course. Duggar, it is your turn.
Let's put an end to this. Well, try to, at least.
Punch, 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 punch. Alright, yeah, 30 definitely hits. Yeah. I guess, if 30 hits, you might as well just keep rolling it, right?
Exactly.
Why not do that?
Flurry.
An 18 does miss, as does the 17.
Even if it's bumped up with 19 with Grease Lightning?
Yeah, even an 18 misses, unfortunately.
Okay. At least I get the Grease Lightning effect because of my staff hit.
Yep. 19 also misses, unfortunately.
Damn. Oh well. Okay, that's it.
Alright.
Now I'll go back and recount how much damage I did.
Alright. Staria. You are in this space, but still grappled.
Can I fireball down his throat?
If you want.
Huh. I've never had an opportunity like this. That I'm weighing the options.
Who knows how far down it'll get before, it explodes.
Yeah.
But
Pain is worth it.
you gonna do it?
If I can fucking find the macro to hit.
Alrighty. So I can travel up to 120 feet, I believe.
Yes.
So we'll just do maybe 5, 10, 15. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright. So as you just fire off the fireball, he gets no save because it's inside of his throat. However, not being able to see where exactly you're aiming, you unfortunately do not get it far enough to where you are safe, and you also take the same amount of damage, being unable to avoid it.
Yes.
But
How
both
much
of you
am I
take
taking again?
34. 34 points of fire
Wonderful.
damage. So he also takes it and has an extreme case of mouth burn and throat burn, but still has a
Good.
hold of you.
Fuck you! That's it.
Alright. His turn. Actually, at the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to release you.
Ah!
And then on his turn, he is going to begin chanting, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution was that?
Yep.
Alright.
13. As he sets her down and begins chanting, you all watch as this circular chain appears around Star, and you watch as Star's arms are sucked inwards, and she's sort of lifted up off the air. And Star, you are paralyzed and restrained.
Oh!
Kryn. Which now, I will say, as you are all in the midst of this, though you have landed blows, until just a moment ago, you could not see any physical abnormalities or physical damage upon this dragon. However, it seems with all the damage that has been dealt, and then the accumulation of the damage Delgar has dealt, damage is finally starting to actually show on his physical form.
Alright. I will fire 2 shots at the dragon from the rifle.
Go for it. Yeah, both of those hit for 28 and 14. Alright. He now needs to make 2 of these. Alright, he is still holding concentration. End of your turn. You can go ahead and make another save.
Yeah.
5. You are at disadvantage because of the fear. So go ahead and make 2 more d20s for me for the
Flat roll because of blessing.
Right. I keep forgetting about blessing. Thank you. All right. Well, in that case, Aidwin, give me a d10. 4. Creature does not move and takes no actions on this turn.
And wisdom save.
Yep. I've found a way to... Damn it! Alright, you are no longer on the effects of confusion, but you are in complete and total darkness. So... Rakshana, it is your turn. You are no longer feared.
Alright, so I'm gonna close this gap. Put the guy in the portal.
Off he goes.
And is that my action? Or could I do
No.
that as quickly as a bonus action?
I'll say that's a bonus action to set him down.
Alright, so... I can't get in melee range of the dragon just yet. But...
Bang, bang.
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, the crit does land, obviously. And then that's that much. And then another 17. Yeah, he's finally not firing off both shots. He's actually starting to actually take some damage this time.
Rox yells out, "Let her go, you bastard!"
He also needs to make his 2 saves. Yeah, he's fine with those. Alright. At the end of your turn?
That is all Rox can do. Moved,
Oh, right.
bonus, main.
I forgot. Lair action. It won't change what you did, don't worry. But the darkness does vanish. And instead... appears around Astaria. But that's all. Duggar, it is your turn.
Dogger's just sort of pounding away, not even making like full complete attacks. Just damn it, end this, fucking, let her go. And they'll just each sort of curse, his hands start to glow, and I'm going to limit break.
Alright, go for it. Oh, yeah, spicy meatball. Alright, yeah. Second one's sadly not a crit, but
Yeah.
that
Something.
is.
Now, the question is, do I charge for my own limit break?
No,
No. Oh well.
no,
Makes
that's definitely not something I'm allowing because otherwise it's like
Fair.
level 3 limit break, level 2 limit break, level 3 limit.
Fair.
It's like no. Yeah, both hits carving. You watch actually as Dulger's fists light with this energy. He jumps up in the air and just with two large swings, this giant etherical blade just appears out of nowhere to carve twice into the dragon, dealing a sizable amount of damage, and he might actually be able to fail his... Alright, sure, he can just roll a natural 20. Sure. No, he does not fail his concentration checks. Almost did, but he's like, no, I'm gonna roll natural 20s, because that's what the party does. Maintains concentration though. Gonna stay there then?
Bonus action, patient defense, and that'll be it.
Alright. Astaria, as everything around you goes black and your body seizes up, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
Advantage. Oh,
With
you don't need
advantage. I mean, you never know. Do you have advantage?
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe the DC's like 31. Alright. Alright. His turn. He is going to spend his turn continuing to...
Oh, I am that kind of stuck. Like there is
Yeah.
no choice. You're
No,
stuck. Oh.
like a fetter. You are completely restrained and paralyzed. You are unable to do anything.
I'm gonna go make food then. I'm still here. I'll listen.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Alright, Kryn.
First shot with my Glock, or not my Glock, my rifle is going to be a gray shot.
Alright, go
Head.
for it. 29 does hit. So that is a
DC 18.
Constitution,
will save.
correct? Oh, will? Wisdom?
Yeah, with
Alright, you said DC, what was it?
18.
18, he does pass.
Because then he's not stunned, but he still takes the damage.
Yep, he does still take full damage.
And my
Oh,
second
boy.
shot is a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss, unfortunately. Alright, end of your turn. He is going to cast Firestorm. I need, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Cool, he can get all of you. I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw. Except for Storm.
God.
100 feet, baby.
Reroll.
And I did in fact have advantage. Blessing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As does Kryn. Although I will admit 26 is a pass. In fact,
Supposed to be to 26.
well, so Delger. Okay, so Aidwin is the only one that failed.
Oh.
So
It's
that
fire
is-
damage. Isn't she like immune to fire damage
Ooh.
or something?
Resistant.
Yeah, I accidentally put 100 That's not.
You wish.
Yeah, I do wish. Okay, so Aidwin, you take 38 points of fire damage halved, and then everyone else also takes half of 38,
19.
Oh.
except for Delger, who takes
It's
nothing because he's a monk.
Press monkey.
Yeah, so that
That
was
fucking monkey.
2. All right, Aidwin.
She's going to look a little grumpy that she just took a bunch of damage, but like, all right, now you're getting on my fucking nerves. As she is going to chuck over a fireball, but not just a little baby fireball. She doesn't need her 8th level slot.
Oh, you can use an 8th level spell.
8th level slot for fireball.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Dexterity saving throw. I'm sure he'll pass this. He's gonna use his first legendary resistance.
Fucker.
Because that would have hurt otherwise. So that's
Alright, well, I
only
get 24 back at least.
24. That was
And I'm gonna
scary.
flare, and I'm going to firebolt him again.
Alright, go for it. 22 just hits.
For 20 more fire damage. I
Alright.
get 10 more back.
I think that's the most damage I've seen done by Firebolt.
It's rolling 3d10, so. Alright, so I get.
Alright.
24,
At the end of your turn,
44 back.
yeah,
Or 44 for limit charge.
at the end of your turn, he's going to fling a firebolt right back at you.
Okay.
What is your
Actually,
AC?
23.
23. He does have disadvantage because it's range attack in melee. However, he does still hit.
and because of that, Duggar's going to beat him with a stick because he has Mage Slayer.
Yeah, go for it.
Nice.
And
29
3 more
dice hit.
charges. 3 more charges from the stack.
And how much
Alright.
is he doing to me then?
To you, I have to figure out firebolt scaling. Hang on. Okay. To you, he deals 22 points of fire damage. Halved
I'll
to
take
11
11.
because of your resistance. He now also has to do a saving throw to concentrate. He does pass. Thankfully. Oh,
wait,
barely.
You passed both of the concentration checks that
Yeah.
I.
Yeah,
my
he's
moves?
been
And
like
mine.
barely passing each of these.
Oh my
And mine?
god.
Yeah, that's what I just rolled for.
Okay.
He's barely holding on to these concentrations.
Well, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Before Roxanne's turn, layer action. I guess I'm not gonna forget that this time.
He's gonna fucking sacrifice Astaria.
Who knows? No, I need.
By the 12, save me.
No, he knows who the threats are. Delger and Aidwin, I need you both to make intelligence saving throws for me.
Stop with these bad saving throws. Okay.
He knows who the threats are. But unfortunately, you're both really fucking intelligent and managed to. Aidwin, you once again feel those failures beginning. Or, sorry, not the failures, those desires beginning to seep back forth, but you remember what happened last time and shake your head. For you, Delger, you're just focused on freeing Star and stopping whatever's about to happen, and you manage to push those desires to the back of your mind.
I'm not thinking
Rakshana,
what the fucking Aidwin's desires would even be.
it's your deepest desire. That's what it is.
Nugger just sort of lets out a streaky breath. Goes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rakshana, it's your turn.
Yeah, Rox is going to get here. Ein, zwei.
Ah!
That is my second crit on this dragon.
Oh boy, it is a boss,
Also-
unfortunately. So,
Pull on the
Squeezing the trigger on both.
go for it.
So for the first, and we're gonna do thunder,
Mm-hmm.
and for the crit,
Mm-hmm.
that is a
Mhm.
very pitiful crit.
trigger.
It really
Oh.
is.
And you know what? Fuck it. Overdrive. One more attack.
All right. Yeah.
And squeezing that there trigger once again. Because let the cute bunny go.
Still alive, looking exceedingly hurt, but still alive.
It's not dead yet. It's
it's
not
not.
dead enough.
It's still alive.
I mean, he's gonna have a really hard time beating the concentration check out, having to do it against.
Well, they're each individual attack, so it's one concentration check for
Yeah,
each
but
one.
that crit,
Yeah, that's
that crit is a total of
5 damage.
yeah. I know. He needs to roll very good. He started off strong with a natural 20, and then he rolled a 21.
and then failed.
The darkness
Good.
vanishes.
Yeah.
And Star, your mind begins to clear, but you are still paralyzed.
Okay. I don't like solitude.
Yeah. You can see it. You can now see everything as well. So.
I mean,
Woo!
Star has also heard Rox just screaming like a mad woman.
Yes,
Very
she
true.
has.
Very true. Delger, he is looking very, very hurt.
Right. Delger's hands just sort of start vibrating just from the amount of keys channeling in them into this moment. And he's going to flurry and while as the improved reslide and give advantage on all 4, potentially 5 attacks and just go nuts.
Go for it.
I was gonna say, couldn't you just move there and get like get flanking on him?
Listen, this is about the cool factor, okay?
And the fact that I just want to make sure, for my attacks, I want to get that bonus right now.
Yeah.
Fair.
Moving that requires too much effort. But yeah. All right. Yep. So far, not rolling under a 30. Yep. Still, hey, under 30, but still hits. Yeah, go ahead and add up all that damage for me. I don't feel like it. It's a lot, I know
Fucking
that,
Hey, you get all 30,
Doing it now.
31 extra on all of your attacks?
but for the next minute,
Wow.
yeah, it's really powerful.
Oh, it's the
It's his
like the
blessing.
counter mechanic, right?
Yeah, it's his blessing.
Okay.
And there are ways of getting rid of it, don't worry. Y'all have never fought anything that actually can. Needless to say, I mean, you're gonna have to add it up for your own... Well, actually, hang on, let me see...
That's 232 damage total.
Alright, so I need to see just one thing real quick. So that'd be that, and then...
Pop goes the watermelon.
Alright, so I need to ask this. Do you stop after the first 2 attacks? The first 2 attacks will take it down. Or do you continue with the remainder?
What do I see after? Do I see anything changing, anything different after the first 2
Unfortunately,
attacks?
this is a very rapid thing, and it's essentially like you see him starting to go down. Do you stop at that point, or do you continue?
Delger wouldn't.
Duggar wouldn't stop?
No.
Alright. So that is 3 additional attacks, yeah. So, with each attack, you can see clear and visible pain. And with the final 3, you watch, or with the first 2, you watch as the form begins to shudder. With the last 3, the form gives way entirely. And there's this explosion of matter. None of you are quite sure what it is. But after the explosion, all that is left in the center is... I have to pull it out. Hang on. Where is the...
Pop goes the water now.
I didn't do it correctly. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. Did I save the token correctly at least? I did. Fantastic. You see the form of the mistress once more. However, hang on, I gotta... The music is not appropriate and I need to change it because the fight's over. Hang on. You see the form of the mistress laying there, beat, slashed, and burned. All of the leaves without color and seemingly unmoving.
And my mic was muted.
Fantastic.
Um,
And
just
as,
gonna rush over.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and as she does collapse, the fetters that had surrounded Star do fade, and you are no longer paralyzed.
Wonderful. She's rushing over and doing a medicine check.
She's dead. Seems the severe amount of damage that Delger dealt was too much. Although, it's peculiar because last time her body vanished. This time it's not.
Whatever resurrection hacks she had last time, she doesn't have this time.
The tree, by the way, at this point, is a raging inferno.
Should we die it out?
Maybe.
I did save that book. I'll pull out the ritual book that was sitting on the pedestal.
Alright. You pull it out, and as you pull it out, you can see it is now glowing with like this faint black, like almost outlining to its silhouette.
Sorry, what?
It's the book that she was reading from. As Delger pulls it back out, has this like black, like energy outline, like a black sort of a black energy silhouetting the book. If that makes sense. Like sort of being emanated from it, I guess.
Put that away. We'll look at it later.
Okay. Sets back in the bag of holding.
Should we get her out of here? Should we do something?
She was draining the life force of people, capturing, trapping souls and such.
But she also seems to be at the mercy of the other half.
Is her other half the dragon?
Yes. I
Oh,
told
okay.
you I saw they're one and the same. Or at
Okay.
least maybe she's like the catalyst, the staff.
Hmm. Should we try to resurrect her?
Please.
As Edwin's gonna go over and use her
Material?
revive. Yeah, I'm gonna use my revive materia and do revivify.
As
Doggo
you
will look.
Hmm?
Doggo will just look at them both and ask, "Why do you want to do this?" Honest question.
Why don't you? Is life that little meaning to you?
Apparently, it is to her emotions to want to life drain people in the cages.
What would you do if there's a giant, hungry-ass dragon inside of you? Making you delusional?
As you say this, and Adwin, as you step forward and begin to pull out the materia, there's this like very high-pitched whirring sound before all of your visions are filled with this immediate, intense, white-hot light. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws, please.
And I drop.
20, but my mistake.
Oh, I got a crit. I got a
Uh-oh.
Alrighty, so alright. Ah, cool. That's good. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So you all take 100 points of force damage.
Oof.
Even I do with the save.
Yes. Oh wait, no, sorry. I forgot. I blanked on it. So, Adwin and Star both take 100. Sorry, everyone else takes 50.
Oh.
However, as your visions, just 50, not 500. Star.
You said 100.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I only have 71 health, honey.
You were at more than.
No, I was at 71.
Well, you wouldn't be at a negative 129.
Well, I don't know what it's doing.
I know that for a fact. Though you would be dying. And as that happens, and everyone's vision is immediately filled with that white hot light for a single round, everyone is stunned. And during that round, Star, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Evil rampage coming up.
Star?
I'm praying, goddammit.
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay, so one fail.
Oof.
But as that light slowly fades from everyone's eyes and you look around, the first thing all of you immediately see is Star bleeding pretty heavily on the ground. The mistress's body is gone, and the raging inferno of a tree is also gone.
Adwin's just wincing in pain as she is now pulling out her healing materia and going to cast a fat cure wounds. Oh, okay. Kryn has a cool thing. Let's let Kryn do the cool thing.
Yeah.
I
Well, he
will
has
move
cure wounds.
closer.
What level is it cast at, though?
I get it at level 15.
Well, right, no, I'm asking what level the cure wounds is cast at.
The whole description is right there. That's what's in the book.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
I'm going to assume it's a level 1 cure wounds.
Yeah, I think it's just
supposed to be an emergency rescue, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just supposed to.
Yeah, also, just so you know, Star, you would be at 0. Like, straight, there's no negatives in...
Okay. I know, it's just
Friday,
I put
so-
in minus
Yeah.
100, so it calculated.
Yeah, it went weird. But, so go ahead and roll a d8 plus your intelligence modifier.
For me?
Yes. Honestly, expected Kryn to just go over with his gun and just start shooting her in the head. Like, live! Alright, Star, you gain 7 health back. And you, especially, Star, all of you are in an enormous amount of pain. But for you, Star, it's like your entire body aches. Like you just done a full body workout for like 3 days straight. It is just in so much pain.
The only time she's felt this amount of pain is when she was smaller and got in trouble and she had to move the hay bales. It was too much. Star
Truly
will
was a
wake
horrible
up
time.
with a start, very horrible, with the start and the gasp, and look up at Roxy, I guess. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, that really hurt.
What happened?
A big flash of light, and now kind of looks at where the tree and the maiden were, and the mistress were.
As you're looking around, Aedwin, and I would say, Delger, you notice this as well. The decay that was there is starting to ever so slowly creep further outwards now. Whereas before it was kind of stationary where it was, it's starting to spread. Very slowly, but...
Are the lightning crystals still here?
They are. And all of the braziers are also still lit.
Well, let's get these crystals and get the hell out of here. We have to heal the 2 outside too.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything we can do in here.
You do have telekinesis on your staff.
Moving hurts.
Just use the staff, just...
Don't metagame, man. Let her do what she wants.
Yeah, stop telling me what to do.
You need rocks to carry you?
Yes.
Yeah, Rox will help Star up and carry her as much as is needed.
How long have we been in here, by the way?
Not very long. I would say probably 40, 45 minutes at the most. Most of it was just traversing.
What's the time of day, I guess?
Not very much later than when you arrived, so still afternoon.
Okay.
But yeah, easy enough to make your way out, even with the 2 additional men. Giving them some sort of patching up and maybe even a heal or 2. You're able to make your way out of Amdapor Keep.
Woo!
And as we're heading back, Delver will look at Star and go, to answer your questions, I'd expect you all to do whatever you had to put me down, to stop me from hurting people to whatever extent was needed, if I was a dragon. And as for life, yes, I do see it that way because in all my travels that I've seen throughout this time, few people are in this world are truly worth saving.
Charge is going to give you a very unpleased, unentertained look.
Never shrugs. He's just being
And
honest.
probably then just curl into rocks.
I hope you don't expect to be viewed as a hero. With that attitude, yeah, just you really need to rethink what you believe to be true.
I never considered myself a hero in the first place.
She arches her eyebrow and carries Star somewhere else.
Alright. So, you make your way out and heading to Ul'dah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Dropping the men off at the next town, which is easy enough to do, at Camp Tranquil, rather. You make your way down towards eastern Thanalan. As you make your way, the travel, thankfully, as you get in, especially as you get into Thanalan, seems to be mostly an easy-going journey. Why is... hang on. I haven't used this map in so long. Dynamic lighting was apparently turned on. Alright. As you get into Eastern Thanalan and make your way down the road, the guard, the brass blades, you can see them out in force on the roads. It seems they're back to what they're usually here for, which is guarding the roads, as well as the merchants and whatnot. And so thankfully travel is safe now. Making your way quickly to Ul'dah, it does take 1, 2, 3.
So are we assuming
something.
we bagged those crystals after, or did they get destroyed?
I assumed you bagged them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just making sure it's stated so we know where they are.
Yeah. Where is... Did I not have... I didn't have a map. Here, I'll just bring you guys back to the world map. You make your way after about 3 weeks of travel in total. You make your way back to Ul'dah. Safe travel, thanks to the breastblades. Getting back to Ul'dah is a strange affair. There's no one that necessarily stops you or tries to interrogate you along the way. But as you arrive into Ul'dah, it's a starkly different atmosphere than when you were here last time. Whereas last time there were very few citizens on the streets, now it seems almost like it's starting to return to normal. You don't see any Sultan Sworn out and about down in the main thoroughfare. You see just what you would normally expect to see in Thanalan. Citizens, maybe the brass blades here and there, and the occasional immortal flame. But it seems almost like everything's going back to normal. Where do you go first? Because just as a reminder of where you were before, the room that you were taken to was a hidden room up in the Royal Promenade.
Well, let's head up there.
Okay. Heading back towards where you saw it last time, You do notice, not directly in front of the hidden entrance, but sort of off to the side a little bit, two Sultan Sworns. Correct. Two Sultan Sworns are sort of talking to each other and not really looking over towards you or anything, but you do. They've most likely already realized you're there. But you know where the hidden entrance is, and you would know how to open it as well. It's up to you.
Should we say something?
Maybe.
Is it both Raubon and Pippin there, or is it just Pippin?
No, it's just two Sultan Sworns.
Oh, just two Sultan Sworn, okay. Excuse me, is the general around?
They'll sort of stop and look over to you and go, "Who's asking?"
The Desert Rose blooms. And she kind of just like does a little cheeky grin. She's like, "We were
Starlight
here
makes
to help
thumbs up.
we were here to help
We
General
saved the
Raubon."
general's life. We would really like to see him and check on his health.
As you
Yeah,
mentioned the Desert Rose, you watch as one of his eyebrows just kind of like raises. Clearly has no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But at the mention of the general and what you did, they both just kind of nod and say. One of them says, "I see. We're not entirely sure where he is at the moment. We're just here to guard this area, and this area in particular is not really anything special. It's just kind of like a dead end that's just kind of like a circular room. Very unimpressive and does not need to be guarded at all, unless you know about the secret entrance."
Well, if he's not here, then we were in that secret room last time, and we left a crystal in there.
A living crystal being. We're here to take care of it.
Yeah, unless if it hasn't already been.
They just nod and go, right, well, I don't know if it's still in there or not. We're not actually allowed in there.
Okay, well, we know what to do, and I'm sure the generals would understand what if we're going in there for that reason.
Right. Okay. They're just kind of like, he's looking at you not necessarily out of fear or anything, but just kind of like, I probably shouldn't question them. I know technically I should be as a part of my job, but like, should I? Very, very much questioning whether he should do his duty or what's smart. Seems to be taking the latter.
Okay. Well, we'll go in then.
Easy enough. You open it up. They don't even attempt to stop you. And going in, you can see all three of those crystals still floating there.
You'd think they would have called the thaumaturgist to do these.
It's almost like
Yeah,
they
you
had
think.
something big to deal with recently.
Maybe
Been a
they're
month
busy.
now.
Okay, and it's lab breadsticks. He's a pain in the ass.
Oh,
Kind of why I
yeah.
don't even want to go over there and even see what the fuck's going on with that, because then we're just
Why
gonna
do you
be
think
stuck
I
with dealing
haven't
with
said anything about
stupid-
going to see them?
stupid asshole.
I mean,
Oh wait, I
you
thought he
could've-
broke out already and then was already recaptured and given to the Warrior of Light.
Oh
He
yeah.
was. Yeah, that,
I
yeah,
guess,
no.
but they might blame us, so we should still keep it low.
Yeah, let's
Hey,
not
hey.
go there.
Hey, to be fair, we warned them that wasn't gonna hold him for any amount of time. We left when they told us they had a way of containing him. If they didn't and let us leave, not our fault.
Agreed.
So what do you do with the 3 crystals? Do you bag them up?
Bag them up.
Bag them
Yeah.
up.
So you
Bag 'em
have
and
Bag them.
yeah.
I got a bag full of zappy boys. What do we do?
So you can mark down in the bag of holding, Adwin, 5 corrupted primals.
Oh God.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, specifically 5 corrupted primal crystals.
Yeah, I mean that's never gonna go wrong or anything like that.
Oh no, definitely not.
I guess we gotta go.
Now, technically, y'all haven't identified any of these, so you don't know what they're actually doing. But that's what they're
We
actually
really
called.
should.
Do you really want to try and touch one of these things?
No.
I'm just saying. And yet, unfortunately for Identify, you do need to touch it.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, it's part of the description. Very few people actually read that. But range is touch.
Can I hold a stick that's touching it?
No, you have to touch it yourself.
By extension, I'm touching it.
No.
By
Use the stick
extension,
not as a
I'm
weapon,
touching
but
them.
as an extension of yourself.
Exactly.
No, that argument does not work.
Can I take somebody else's arm and touch it and hold their arm? That's extension.
Mage-handed.
You're a lamb to the slaughter.
No. But you have those 5 crystals.
Okay.
So, what do you do from there?
Let's go somewhere and fucking relax.
That sounds good.
We can go to Limsa. We can go
Anywhere that we haven't been.
Let's go to Limsa. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let's
volunteer
go
us to go.
We're
Okay.
going to Mordona to get the
Oh
Ether Church.
shit.
Technically,
Oh, yeah,
it's on
we
the
did.
way.
We can grab
Oh.
it on the way. Where did that Mool want us to meet them?
Som Al, which is
Gervania.
That's far.
yeah, it's like
I say,
Gervania and then
Mordona.
above Gervania. Like you have to climb up the
We're gonna
mountain.
cut the climb
Get pretty high.
fucking mountain.
I say Mordona to Limsa, then north. Then
Yeah, because we could probably take a boat up to Gervania.
Yeah.
From Limsa.
Probably. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
easy enough to get on the airship to get to Mordona.
Or can't we just take our cart there?
You could.
or can we take the cart with the cart?
You can put the cart on the you can put the cart on the airship. Unlike the Night Stalker, these are passenger airships. They're massive.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, these things are like the average one can probably hold like a few hundred people at least, and then there's still room for like luggage and everything. So like, yeah, they're pretty fucking massive. Kind of think of like the airships from Final Fantasy XII, but even bigger.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty massive, intentionally so. But easy enough to do. I don't know what kind of price they would even have, so since the game doesn't charge you, I'm not charging you. But yes, easy enough to get an airship to Mordona first. With that, as you all begin to board the airship with your new crystals in tow and a new trajectory towards Mordona with Chusume and the rest on the way. I'm going to say, because that day, or that trip is going to take more than a day, before I call it, there are just a few things that I need to discuss with some people. Starting with Adwin.
Oh.
So, as you board the ship and go to sleep for your next long rest, you get this strange dream. A dream of devastation, of fire, meteors raining from the sky, and chaos everywhere. The exact area is pretty nondescript. You don't really know where exactly it is. But you get a sense of familiarity from the dream. Not entirely sure why. Astaria.
Yes.
As you fall asleep on the airship, as you travel towards Mordona, you are visited in your dream by Zagreus.
Hmm.
But not just Zagreus. That large crystal that called itself Heidelin is there as well. And they're talking to each other. In fact, they don't even seem to realize you're there. They're discussing the matter of the Warrior of Light. They're discussing Zodiark, and specifically the link between Zodiark and Heidelin, and how Heidelin is a jailer of sorts. But this upsets Zagreus. He's beginning to grow in rage. Kryn,
Yes.
as you fall asleep on the airship, your dreams are filled with flights of fancy in the Nightcrawler. The idea of flying it around the skies, free of any real obstructions, and able to go wherever it is that you want, at any point in time that you want, simply because you want to. And within those dreams, within the Nightcrawler, as you are flying around with your party, you get this feeling that you're forgetting something. Something important. But you can't remember why or what. And then there's a flash. And you're picking yourself up off the ground, and as you look around, you see the bodies of your party, but they're all dead. And the Nightcrawler is laying in pieces around you. A complete wreck, destroyed either on impact or by some kind of ballistic missile of some kind. But as you look around and look down at yourself, completely unscathed, you're wrought with confusion as to what happened, or did you do something wrong? Did someone else do something? What happened? And before you can piece together what happened, you look up and you see Onalder. And he's smiling and he says, "It's such a shame it had to be this way. But we both know I cannot have you interfering. Your party is simply too powerful.
Okay.
And with
Oh,
that,
only 3.
Again,
and with that, as you all wake up and see very close the first stop that you have, so you can
did
make
you
your...
forget me, or
No,
do you just have nothing to say?
I have nothing for you or Dogger this time.
Oh,
But as you see the first stop that will let you take your final travel to Mordona, that is where I'm going to call it.
Okay.
Each of you, some of you having some peculiar dreams aboard these ships, some having nothing seemingly at all. But with that, we're going to end there. And I'm going to start, since we don't often get this chance, I'm going to start with you, Rakshana.
alright, so. What I liked was seeing something that I didn't necessarily expect. I did not expect the tree lady to. I did not expect the tree lady to transform into a dragon. That was out of left field. And honestly, I really wish I knew why that was a thing.
Who knows?
I have a feeling it's in the book, but the question there is, what language is it? Because I mean, I know 3 more, and I'm still not sure what languages exist.
Yeah. Basically,
Um,
there's a language for every different race. Like, I'm not even joking. At least according to the PDF, so.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a list of languages in the PDF.
It's basically just the name of the race. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Viera has the Vieran speak, Lalafels have Lalafelian, Mikote have their own, etc., etc. Even the Beastmen have their own.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What I didn't like. Dragon trying to sacrifice Star. Fuck that dragon.
Do y'all want to know what would have actually happened?
Sure.
Body swap!
Oh, no, that
Oh.
Fuck you, Captain Ginyu.
What I'm looking forward to. Being somewhere other than the Shroud.
Yeah, y'all are now...
Or Thanalan.
Next session, y'all will be starting in Mordona. Because the travel there isn't anything particular. You're not going to have any troubles along the way. Yeah, it'll be great.
Fair enough. But I
Alright.
do gotta get going now that
Yep.
is complete. I will talk to you all when I talk to you all.
Okay.
Have a nice
Alright.
evening.
Goodbye.
No problem.
See ya. Alright.
Bye.
Well, next up, we'll go to Delger.
Well, that was one hell of a fight. I enjoyed some of the RP comments I got to make with Delger tonight. Looking forward to, well, seeing what other plot lines will come up now that we're really moved away in really completely different areas this time. Disliked? No, nothing really.
Alright. Up next, we'll go to Kryn. Hello.
Hello. I liked fighting a dragon. It's been a while. I enjoyed it. It was a surprise, but that's okay. Something I didn't like. I don't like dreams. Too much room for interpretation in dreams.
Yeah, that's the point of them.
I know. Let's see. I am looking forward to ordering this ship, but now I'm thinking the ship may not be enough. But I don't want to put cannons on it because the crew complement that's needed for cannons, and
Yeah.
that's an expense I'm not sure everybody's gonna want.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. Turns out having a crew for a ship is fucking expensive. Alright. Well, up next we'll go to Star.
I had a great time. I thought it was really interesting. I agree. I didn't like Dragon trying to sacrifice me. I thought the interactions with her were really interesting. It gives me very certain feels to something we've seen in the actual game,
Mhm.
but I'm not sure it's exactly the same thing.
Mm.
But I'm curious.
I will say, you specifically should know why she was acting the way she was. Because I specifically talked to you about it. That's all I'll say. It was a long time ago, but I specifically asked you about it because I know you would have more info on it.
I'm scraping my brain now. Anyways, it was great. It was fun. I had a blast.
It was about a certain way that people can potentially look at themselves due to medical issues. Let's put it that way. But alright, up next we'll go to Aidwin. Hello.
Oh boy. I sure liked beating the crap out of a dragon, even though I was locked down for quite a bit.
I got so lucky with that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. He knew
yeah,
who was the threat, though. Fucking.
Look. Yes.
Jeez.
Just yes.
I don't like that we don't know anything about these fucking crystals, and it sounds like a bad idea to do them. And
We're collecting them all, like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Gotta collect them all. Primals.
We just gotta make more than more. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I still feel like leaving the clone in the forest is gonna be is gonna bite us in the ass a lot later.
We need a reason to come back. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know. I guess.
If you don't have a reason to come back, then how can I make you do the secret super dungeon that I definitely didn't make for this fight or anything? Like, God.
I mean...
Oh god, what if she finds me and Elma or you're fucking... God, this is horrible.
Fuck, she actually could get in line, and she does have all those memories.
We've made a really bad mistake!
Oh, God.
I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of the Scions, though, and eventually going and meeting Aidwin's dad.
Yeah.
Still feel like we were also mentioning when you were talking to everybody in the chats to maybe we'll just call up Fumi and tell her to deal with it. That seems like a thing that we could reliably have the Warrior of Light do.
Oh god, that reminds me of a picture I saw earlier.
The one
was the Scions. Can you do us a weird favor without asking any questions?
Yeah, the one I said.
Isn't that the bedrock upon which our relationship was founded?
Yeah, I sent that earlier.
I saw it in the Nomo chat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, it was like, that's exactly what that reminds me of. I was like, hey, can you do this for us without asking why?
Yeah, no why, it's just, help us.
We need you to go murder Aidwin. But not this Aidwin, the other Aidwin.
Yeah. Look, I don't think it's that bad of an idea. She clearly has experience killing gods.
Yeah, who knows? Did I already get you, Dogger?
Yes, you did.
Okay, fantastic.
Just you.
Well, I loved everything. I loved that boss fight. And I love the fact that none of you got the like. I was intentionally trying not to reveal it, mind you, right? But with what some of y'all were doing with like the medicine checks and whatnot, there were certain aspects of that that I had to reveal. But so I'm glad that none of y'all got it. 'Cause it makes it amazing. What I disliked was that none of you got it. It made me very sad.
Got
But
what?
okay.
I'm sorry.
What exactly is going on with her? With the
Oh.
mistress? What I'm looking forward to is adventures outside the shroud. Oh my god, y'all have finally moved away from the level 20 main scenario quests. But so since she may or may not come back, who knows? I will tell you out of character what was going on. The mistress has a pretty extreme version of body dysmorphia.
Yes, we
Huh.
did have a talk about that.
Huh.
He did not like who he was. He didn't like that he was a dragon, the implications of being dragon, just everything to do with a dragon. He didn't, and because of how long dragons live, as compared to humans, he has to suffer with that for thousands of years.
Wow.
And so it just kind of like builds and builds and builds and just kind of consumes his every thought. So he destroyed his own body to replace it with something new. And he tried to make it as different as possible. But deep down, it's still the same dragon. And so she still suffers with that same extreme body dysmorphia and still feels like that previous version of herself is there controlling her. And so
I get it, man. Everybody wants to be a cute girl.
in fact, what happened, because she has this mechanic where I roll a d10, and if it's a 9 or a 10, she attacks herself. So that explosion that erupted underneath her, that was her casting a 9th level flare on herself.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's just like... And then y'all kept bringing him up, and it was agitating, quote-unquote, him, which is why she kept scratching more and more and more and more, because she is trying to be different from him, but with you guys keep bringing him up, it keeps reminding her just how much she is still
She hates
him.
herself.
Yeah. And because she hates who she is so much, she's trying to effectively destroy her own body with the scratching and everything, but she can't because of what she turned herself into heals itself. Which is like the worst case scenario. And in order to get herself where she was, she needed an enormous amount of aether, which is what she was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
That is really cool.
Yeah. But y'all killed her, and who knows what'll happen now.
We tried to raise her.
Yeah, you tried, but massive amount of aether suddenly being released all at once.
I was trying to.
I'm talking about the tree.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck.
Yeah. The tree was where all the aether was being stored.
And
That's
I'm
why the
guessing
tree
lighting
was
it
there.
on fire was
Well, I mean, it's just a tree, right? Like, the aether's being stored inside it, but there's nothing keeping the tree from catching fire. Because it's a tree. And so, it's also a dead tree that's completely dry. That shit lights up like a fucking match. So, once the outer layer of the tree was destroyed enough for the aether to escape, it just kind of went, swing. That's why there was that high-pitched whine right before it hit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on the bright side, you freed all the souls that were trapped.
Well, that's good.
You know, there
I
were
feel
only
bad.
there was only like 10,000 plus souls there, so you know,
Ugh.
everlasting beings are scary.
There's still the energy on that book. Maybe that's something.
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
I really wanted to try to help her.
Maybe you still
My
can.
intention with the crystals was try to stop the transformation, and
Yeah,
could only slow it down.
yeah. So part of that was because there were 3 failures in a row. Because you failed one, and then Aidwin failed, and then you failed another.
Hmm.
And because it was 3 in a row, it was an automatic failure of the. Because it could have worked. Had you guys continued to actually make progress, the next turn you would have actually begun to reverse it. But
Damn it.
unfortunately, the rolls just determined that this is how it's gonna go, and hey, cool storytelling. Y'all got to fight
Yeah.
a dragon, like
Yeah,
not
but it
just
doesn't feel good.
yeah, but
Yeah,
and it
especially
wasn't
after what
just
he
any,
revealed.
yeah, and it wasn't just any dragon either. Like it was an ancient dragon, y'all. And like I said, maybe there's still a way to help her. Who knows? Because yeah, you don't have a body, but y'all are about to get 9th level spells, and well, true resurrection exists, and that doesn't need a body.
True.
All you have to do is just simply know who they are, and it will create the spell itself will create a new body. So
That actually could probably be the better turnout of 2 options.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you can create her. Can
Exactly
Well,
how she wants to be.
form the body we want.
keep in mind, it's not like reincarnate, which switches your race. All true resurrection does is reconstruct your body.
Okay, and the body she believes to be hers is the female one, not the male.
Yeah, it'll be whatever her quote unquote true form is.
Okay.
So we could just cause her more distress. Unless it
Maybe.
considers the true form of one's mind, not body.
She did
So
state
it might,
she did out of character knowledge, obviously, but technically she did destroy her previous form to take on this new one.
Yeah.
So
there'd be a strong chance at least.
Yeah.
That's even with true resurrection that wouldn't happen.
well, so the way true resurrection works is it restores your true form, right? Technically, she destroyed her dragon body to recreate it as something different. So
And
it
then destroy
might.
that body.
Well, no, it. What happened to her was a transformation. It wasn't a she didn't destroy her the leafy body. She just changed herself into a dragon, kind of like a polymorph, but without the magic.
I see. Okay.
And remember, when she died, she reverted back to the plant form as well. And most effects that change your shape upon death revert you back to your true form.
Hmm.
Huh. Yeah, you're right.
So, who knows? But yeah, I'll have
We
XP
also-
for you soon.
Yeah, we definitely leveled.
Oh yeah. This was probably one of my most researched bosses because I wanted to get dysmorphia
I wish I would have
correct.
remembered.
Yeah, I mean it was a
At the same
really long
time,
time ago.
It really
So,
was.
it was months ago.